Central is the last OPS school to win a Class A state football championship. Are you ready for this? You have to go all the way back to 1984. That's a long drought for the state's largest school district. Tonight, Matt Siegel tells us the Eagles have some help on the inside as Central gets ready for Friday's championship showdown with Millard North.
Central's got a case of football fever. 4 days till Friday, 4 days till a chance at a title.
People remember champions. They don't remember runners-up.
Be better than what you were last week. It'll be fun.
The stage is set!
We're happy about being there. We're excited to be there, but I don't think it's anything that we are not out of control.
I've been waiting for this opportunity this whole year, and it's finally here, so we have to take advantage of it.
10-2 with 1 to go. The Eagles looking for their first football championship since 1984.
We've been dreaming about this for a long time. A lot of us been brought up together, and we just been dreaming about this for a long time, and it's just great to get here.
You have that right to earn a nice big fat trophy to go in this trophy case up here instead of some rinky-dink little medallion.
It's pretty easy for any coach to motivate with the state title on the line, but the Eagles have a pair of guys with a little stock when it comes to a state title.
I know how much it means because I've been through it. So it's all about the kids, and we're just really happy for them.
See, Kite's one of 2 coaches that was on that team in '84. Now he and Eric Anderson impart some knowledge in search of another title.
Well, they let us know that they had lost a game middle of the season like we did, and we had lost 2 games in the middle of the season. But when it come down to playoffs, that's what counted, and that's how they got it done.
Which game is bigger, the one you played in or the one you're coaching in?
This one is much bigger.
This one, to me, might be a little bit bigger because you're actually coaching it. I've been wearing my coat that we won the state championship with here for the last week.
They gave a lot of kids, inspiration, that they can get their own jacket. So I think everybody took it in heart that they can get one.
The order form's filled out. All Central has to do is sign, seal, and deliver. With the Eagles in Omaha, Matt Siegel, Action 3 News.
So Central, the last OPS school.
Yeah. Next to the Class A state championship game. And as you can see, it's going to be a good one. Yet another Mustang Stampede and a first-timer for the first time in a long time.
12 games down, 2 teams left, and 1 championship yet to be decided. The stalwarts, Millard North, and the up-and-comers, Omaha Central.
We're going to have a little shock, of course, but you just have to keep that attitude of it. It's just another game. You can celebrate when it's over.
I'm just ready to play. I've been waiting for this all 4 years, and I'm finally a senior, so it's time to get out there and play.
And then we've talked about winning a state title since we started the weight room November 20th, and so it's not something that we're just happy to be here. It's something that we planned on being here, and we expect it.
While Omaha Central is making its first state championship appearance since 1984, it's kind of become old hat for the Millard North Mustangs, who are making their 5th trip to Memorial Stadium in the last 6 years.
We expect to be in Game 13 every year. We know how to prepare for it, and we know how to train for it in the off season, and that's what we do all the time.
This is nothing new, and we expect this ever since the summer. So, if we don't get here, it's a disappointment.
And again, I guess we'll find out. I'm sure they're excited to play. I know our first time down there we were, and we played well, and I expect them to play well. I think they got a veteran team, and again, the schedules you play now in the Metro and the playoff regime where you play the 4 games now, it gets you ready, So I don't think they may be a little jittery. So will we, but I think once it settles down, it'll be a great football game.
With more local at 9, Jeff Radcliffe, KPTM, Fox 42 Sports.
Thanks, Jeff. Next to college basketball.
Not have a game, but Memorial Stadium will be a busy place this week with state high school football championships. Local fans are looking forward to an all-Metro final in Class A. Ross Sternstrom has more on a Central team that has waited a couple of decades to get back to the finals.
Right? Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Coach Jay Ball has his Central football team in new territory this week. In just his 2nd season at the school, Ball has the Eagles in the Class A finals for the first time since 1984.
It's great. It's what myself and our staff, and when we came here 2 years ago, it's one of the reasons we came here was to win state titles.
Ball has coached in the Metro Conference a long time. He was a defensive coordinator at North before becoming the head coach at South High School.
Oh, he made a big difference. A lot of us respect him, and he's just a great coach all around. He he knows how to understand kids.
Central's offense is averaging 37 points a game behind the passing combination of Chris Griffin and Shane Prater. The ground game is led by Ronell Grigsby, who is ready to add a football title to the Central trophy case.
You know, we're trying to bring back a dynasty within our school, within all our programs, basketball, track, football, and hopefully we can get, you know, baseball and all our other sports in there.
It has been 23 years since Central last won a state football championship. The long wait could come to an end this Friday night at Memorial Stadium. Ross Jernstrom, Channel 6 Sports.
Creighton basketball fans will have to drive.
Millard North coach Fred Petito has his Mustangs in the state title game for the 5th time in 6 years, and tonight he turns over the keys to the offense to sophomore Connor Thomas, who starts his first game. Central head coach Jay Ball has his Eagles in their first title tilt in more than 2 decades, and he'll rely on the angry and violent running of one of the best in the state, Ronell Grigsby. It's Millard North and Omaha Central in the Class A state title game. NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports, is live from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska for the 2007 NSAA Football Championships. And tonight in the Class A title game, it's the Millard North Mustangs taking on the Omaha Central Eagles. And good evening, everybody. I'm Larry Putney, along with former Huskers Damon Benning, Adrian Fiala. Great to have you with us. As tonight, we think we have a great game on tap in Class A. Millard North and Omaha Central, a couple of programs differing in experience down here. It's the first trip since 1984 for Omaha Central, and Adrian, for Millard North, it's just another championship they're going after.
Larry, they're looking for their 3rd title in the last 5 title games. That's quite a record right there. They're trying to do it without their starting quarterback all year. Nick Fala, he's out with an injured knee. Connor Thomas, sophomore, he's 15 years old. He's going to direct the offense tonight. He did a great job in an overtime win against Millard West just a week ago. Brought him through with the win there. It's going to create more of a load for Sean Fisher, Nebraska football recruit. He's going to carry much more of the offensive load for this ball club, and they'll do it behind a huge offensive line, probably the biggest line in Nebraska high school playing this year. Defensively, this is a team that Petito thinks is the best team he's ever had against the run, which is saying a lot. Central is a very balanced team, create quite a challenge for that Millard North defense.
Well, for Central, a ton of athletes, and Damon, a couple of big playmakers on that side of the ball.
Absolutely. Adrian talked about balance, and that starts with number 15, Chris Griffin, their quarterback, who's been as efficient signal caller as there's been in the Metro all year. 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, completing over 60% of his passes. And I think the thing that the state will see tonight is not only is he good with the ball via the air, he's extremely elusive on the ground, and he's got a nice combination in number 2 to hand the ball off to when it gets tough, and that's Ronell Grigsby. He's a guy that runs with the rare combination of speed and power. He's powerfully built. He's like a D-cell battery, and Millard North will have their hands full. As Adrian mentioned, they predicate themselves on being able to stop the run. They'll get a heavy dose of that tonight. And conversely, we'll see these same 2 guys be the key cogs defensively for them, as Griffin is probably their best corner. And we know facing an option team like Millard North, you need tremendous safety play, and that starts with number 2, Ronell Grigsby, on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, the other member of our broadcast crew, he has the best view of the game, John Bishop, down sideline.
Well, Larry, Connor Thomas is not the first backup quarterback to have to play in this state championship game for head coach Fred Petito. In fact, if you go back 4 years ago to the state championship of 2003, Petito was down to his 3rd quarterback after Alex Shada and Jeff Tarpinian were lost to injuries earlier in the season. Robbie Knight engineered the victory in 2003. In fact, had to come off the bench and do it in 2004. In fact, you can't find a Millard North team that's been to the state final that hasn't had to overcome some kind of adversity. It'll be fascinating to watch tonight what head coach Fred Petito has in store for Connor Thomas and how that offense will change, or will it change? Damon and Adrian will talk about that throughout the broadcast.
Yes, John, fascinating indeed. An all-metro area championship in Class A. Omaha Central taking on Millard North. The players are in position, and we're ready for starting lineups. For that, we go to the public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Nebraska School Activities Association, its member schools, and U.S. Bank, Welcome to Memorial Stadium for the Class A State Championship game. Today's game features the Millard North High School Mustangs versus the Eagles of Omaha Central High School. And now let's meet the players and coaches competing in today's game. First, the starters for the visiting team, the Millard North Mustangs. Number 5, Ben Eggert. Number 7, Nick Fela. Number 10, Cam Arnold. Number 11, Blake Brisson. Number 13, Dustin Bergmeyer. Number 15, Dan Springer. Number 18, Nate Benz. Number 27, Tim Week. Number 28, Jared Donahue. Number 29, Taylor Eakins. Number 40, Rob Perney. Number 42, Sean Fisher. Number 45, Eric Ringblom. Number 49, Mitch Chitwood. Number 55, Austin Schwery. Number 60, Mike Perney. Number 61, Mike Schneider. Number 65, Colin Lundgren. Number 72, Ryan Thorson. Number 76, Nick Norris. Number 87, Ben Homer. Number 98, Levi Bras. Head coach for Millard North is Fred Petito. And now please welcome the rest of the Millard North Mustangs to the field.
Memorial Stadium, nothing new for the Mustangs of Millard North. They are here for the 5th time in 6 years, and as Adrian said, going after their 3rd state title in the last 5 years. 10-2 on the year, ranked number 4, and what a big win they had in the semifinals, knocking off Millard West, in overtime. What a terrific game that was.
31-28 win, Larry. And again, Connor Thomas, Damon, you and I talked about it earlier. Connor Thomas came in the first quarter of that ball game and handled his team very well and managed the team very well and took him to a win.
He did. He was tremendous in the huddle, and he played with a lot of poise. He was Johnny on the spot, no pun intended, and he did an excellent job in managing that offense. And I believe he's prepared for this moment tonight.
Now the Mustangs' opponent tonight is the 6th-ranked Omaha Central Eagles. And now back to Dr. Weiniger with the introduction of the Eagles.
Now the starters for the home team, the Omaha Central Eagles. Number 2, Ronald Grigsby. Number 3, Terrell Mayhew. Number 4, Sean Prater. Number 7, Shane Prater. Number 10, Jabari Tillman. Number 14, Daryl Hawkins. Number 15, Chris Griffin. Number 21, Clifton Roebuck. Number 32, Devin Taylor. Number 35, Dan Holst. Number 52, Anthony Fielding. Number 55, Matthew Wooster. Number 60, Colin Robertson. Number 62, Sam Kincaid. Number 63, Kevin Wells. Number 64, Jonathan Butler. Number 73, Julius Sanders. Number 79, Lewis House. Number 88, Marcus Paul Oliver. Number 98, Ryan Steffen. Head coach for Central is Jay Ball. And now welcome the rest of the Omaha Central Eagles to the field.
Eagles come in at 10-2, having won a basketball state championship and a track state title, all in 2007, trying to add football to that list of accomplishments. Let's take a look at both of these schools and where they're from. Obviously in the metro area, the Omaha Central Eagles and the Millard North Mustangs. You can see there, it's travel quick trip down I-80 here to Memorial Stadium for both of these teams as they battle for the Class A state championship. How did they get here? Let's take a look. We'll begin on top with the Millard North Mustangs knocking off Bellevue West in the first round, then that overtime thriller 31-28 against Millard West to get here to the state championship game. Omaha Central knocked off Grand Island in a tight one, 14-7, and then made the trip out to Kearney in a big win on the road for the Eagles, 46-23. Kearney, a tough place to win against the defending state champion Kearney Bearcats. Well, now for our national anthem, let's go back to Doc Weiniger for the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your hats to honor America as the Lincoln North Star High School Singers, directed by Joni Osborne, sing our national anthem.
Terrific job by the Lincoln North Star Singers. We have terrific night of football on tap. It's the Omaha Central Eagles taking on the Millard North Mustangs for the Class A championship. Football is just minutes away. The 2007 NSAA football championships are being carried live over the internet. So if you have fans or friends or family who don't have access to NET, have them log on to netnebraska.org and click the live webcast tab to enjoy the football championships right on their computer. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. Terrific night for football. It's been a great day all day. No different this evening. 45 degrees, the humidity 48%. Skies are clear. And if you look at the flag, it looks like no wind, but it might be just a little bit breezy at about 5 miles an hour. So a great night for Class A football championship. Our officials, Kyle DeBuse is the referee, Bill McGuire the umpire, Phil Dudley III is the linesman, Matt Powell our line judge, Gary Freeman the back judge, and Rick Stromer is our timeout official. That crew from Omaha and Lincoln. Ready to kick things off here in the Class A state championship game. Levi Bross will get it underway for the Millard North Mustangs. Back deep for Omaha Central, Grixby, Washington, and Hawkins. And it's a high, short kick, and coming up to take it is the up man, and stop there at about the 33-yard line. And that's where the Omaha Central Eagles will do business. Let's take a look at that Omaha Central offense. We'll begin with the backs and receivers. Chris Griffin is the quarterback, a 3-year starter. Daryl Hawkins is split end. Shane Prater, Jabari Tillman, Grixby the tailback, and Steffen is the tight end. Offensive line, Sanders, Kincaid, Wooster, Wells, and Butler is the right tackle. So first possession of the game for the Omaha Central Eagles. Under center in his 3rd year as a starter, the give is to Ronald Grixby, and Grixby runs tough for a gain of about 2 out past the 35-yard line. Now look at that Millard North Mustang defense, the toughest part of this Millard North club. Donahue, Thorson, Chitwood, and Springer up front, a very tough up front for the Mustangs. Ringbloom and Schwery, the linebackers, along with Eggert. Bergemeyer is the strong safety. Brisson, Arnold, and Fisher also the defensive backs for the Mustangs. So 2nd down, 8 for the Centrals. Eagles, Griffin under center. The pitch one more time, Ronald Grixby. Grixby drugged down by a host of Millard North Mustang defenders, led by Bergemeyer, Dustin Bergemeyer.
Well, Fred Petito, the head coach of Millard North, here, see it again. Watch the flow, watch the white jerseys, watch the North jerseys flow to the ball. 3 people, now 4 people over there to make the hit, all led by Gerard Donahue, number 28, coming up. But again, the toughest part of their ball club right there, and stopping the run. They've only allowed 67 yards a game rushing this season.
3rd and long, 3rd down, 9 to go. Griffin under center. Up man is Jabari Tillman, Grixby in the eye. He'll look up top. Griffin looks downfield, goes over the middle. Wide open is 98, Ryan Steffen. And Steffen inside the 10, in for the touchdown. Now they're going to mark it. No, touchdown, Ryan Steffen.
I tell you,
assignment wide open.
Looked like Sean Fisher was trying to catch up a long ways, Damon. That somebody obviously broke that coverage.
I'll tell you what you get when you play against Millard North is you get a lot of man-to-man coverage, and Central early on found something in the playbook. You see a little bit of short motion by Prater. That gets the corner's attention, and they sneak the tight end right up the seam. Well-conceived play, and you can tell right off the bat, Coach Ball and the Central Eagles have done their homework.
Clifton Roebuck on to kick the extra point. 46 of 47 on point after it tries for Clifton Roebuck. The kick by Roebuck is short, and it is no good. So no good on the kick, only his 2nd miss on the year, but the Eagles strike early and on top now, 6-0.
Take a look at the play again right here. Looking left, he looked it off well to the left, and then nobody is there to pick up Ryan Steffen.
Well conceived, a little tight end delay.
I don't have Steffen down for any numbers, do you?
I don't. They did not give the numbers for Steffen on catches in the year. He was not on the stats.
Not on the stat list at all. So maybe, guys, that's his first catch.
well conceived. That's impressive. That lets you know that a week's worth of preparation pays off. They knew that they could go to that play and that would be there. A little tight end delay. They ran the corner off right up the seam.
It just amazes me that anybody can run it off that far, though. My goodness. Somebody bit big time on some play action going the other way.
Millard North has had a propensity all year to give up some big plays via the air. And they play high risk, high reward.
So Roebuck kicks it off deep. Brisson is there. Brisson with the return out past the 20 to about the 22, 23-yard line. And the Millard North offense will get going here in the first quarter, down 6-0. Here are the backs and receivers. Connor Thomas, just a sophomore, leading the way for the Mustangs. Fisher, they'll rely upon him heavily. Bross, Pierney, Homer, and Arnold. Up front for the Mustangs, Mike Pierney, Schneider, Lundgren, Thorson, and Norris. Norris, the offensive tackle for the Mustangs. So here's a look at the sophomore, Connor Thomas, number 9 under center. He'll give to Fisher. Fisher fumbles, ball on the ground. It's loose. The Eagles say they have it, and they do. Turnover, Millard North.
Handoff right up at the letters that time. Fisher never had the handle on the football. Running at Damon out that power eye that we talked about before the game got underway. Don't know how much wing bone we'll see. You see it right here. There's a handoff right in the letters. Well, 2 big mistakes now for Millard North.
A real good penetration by the 3 technique playing a defensive tackle. He beat the down block and is real disruptive. Anytime you can be there at the handoff on ISO, you know you're playing well as a defensive line. And Central, they're a team that you don't want to let play downhill. They play with a swagger and an aura. You do not want to see this team get off to this kind of start.
Well, things could not be going much worse for Millard North here early on. Down 6-0, and now on its first play from the line of scrimmage, a turnover. Central with the ball on the 26-yard line and in danger of going up by 2 scores. Griffin under center. Grigsby the lone back. The give will be to Grigsby up the middle. Hit at the line, and the tackle made at the line by Millard North.
Well, one thing that's been evident is, as far as run defense goes, we talked about at the top. Millard North very adept at that so far, but a couple other things they got to work on.
See early on what Central's going to try to do. They're going to try to spread Millard North out. They're going to this open 1-back set, really putting a lot of stress on the Mustangs secondary.
Second down 8. Griffin now from the shotgun for the Eagles. He'll look up top and go outside to Prater. Prater pulls it down, and Prater in for the touchdown. Omaha Central.
Well, they just got the matchup they wanted down there. Blake Grissom on the coverage at 5'5" and 155, and Prater just went right up over the top. He's a great athlete. This looks really easy right here. Just a little fade route right up over the top, and that's what happens when you get a mismatch.
Well, as you see, and if you remember early in the interview, Coach Ball's eyes lit up a little bit when we asked him the question about getting that man-to-man coverage on the outside, and he smiled like the cat that swallowed the canary and said, you know what, guys, I like my matchup out there, and you can see why.
Kick is high, pulled down. Try for 2, back on the ground, picked back up. Pulled down by Prater. Prater could not get in. That's one of the Prater twins, Shane Prater, Sean Prater. That was Sean, and there's Shane who had the touchdown.
Take a look at the replay here. The hardest thing to do, no matter what level you're at as a defensive back, is to make a play on the ball in the air. And it was measured well. Just better man won that.
Well, David, you got a 5'11" receiver who can really sky going against a 5'5" back, and you saw the disadvantage. There he is right there, Blake Grissom. You saw the disadvantage he was at. I mean, he was doing everything he could to get himself elevated as high as he could. Still wasn't enough. So
you'll see Grissom has a short memory. He took some bumps and bruises last week, seeing Jake Drawl from Millard West gave up some big plays via the passing game. But he'll keep keeping on.
He's their shortest guy, but you know, he leads the team in interceptions. He has 6 picks on the year, Blake Grissom.
And now Grissom deep, down 12-0. Not even 3 minutes into the contest, and the Eagles on top by 2 touchdowns. It's 12-0. Grissom from the 15. He bobbles it, picks it back up. Gets out past the 25-yard line to about the 26. So now Millard North will begin from its 26-yard line. Didn't have an opportunity to look at that Eagle defense after just 1 play. So here's that defensive front for the Eagles. Colin Robertson, Lewis House is the tackle. Anthony Fielding and Marcus Hall Oliver has been an all-stater from that outside spot. Prater is the strong safety. Mayhew Taylor are your backers. Holst is the rover. Prater, Grigsby, and Griffin round out those defensive backs. 1st and 10 for Millard North. And the give to Fisher. Fisher bounces that outside, puts his shoulder down, and grinds out a tough 6 yards out to the 32. Earlier we talked with head coach Fred Petito about his sophomore quarterback, Connor Thomas.
With Connor, what you lose experience. What you gain, you gain enthusiasm. You gain opportunity for somebody to come in. And that's how we have to approach this thing. And Connor knows darn well he's not in this alone.
What a game to get your first start in a state championship tilt. His only other playing time is the give up the middle there, and broke loose is Rob Pierney. Pierney inside the 40 down to about the 32, 31 yard line. Big gainer on the quick give to Rob Pierney.
Well, guys, they've got an offensive line we talked about at the top that is just huge up there. You got Colin Lundgren, 250 at center, Thorson at 290 at the right guard. He takes this one right up the middle behind all the big graders up there, and Norris at 325 at the tackle, Damon. And of course, you talked about Pierney earlier today, of what a good player he is.
You see quickly how Millard North gets to the second level. That was a right guard that got down to the safety and blocked Grigsby en route to that big run.
Give now to Fisher over the right side, and Fisher with a hard run, a gain of about 5 down to the 26-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down 5 for the Mustangs.
One thing about getting ahead 12 points to nothing here early in the ballgame, still a lot of football to be played, and Millard North showing to get over some of these jitters here and get under control and get it going, and they'll be all right.
Look at Connor Thomas. As we said, his first start, his only previous action other than mop-up duty was last week.
Fumble.
And Failer went down. Ball on the ground picked up by Ronell Grigsby. And Ronell Grigsby recovers the fumble, the second fumble in 2 possessions by the Mustangs.
People knew coming in, Millard North 10-2. Those 2 losses, they were a -5 in turnovers between those 2 losses. When they don't take care of the football, that's when you see them struggle. And our viewers at home will see that fullback take that high handoff up around the numbers. They teach that because Coach Petito feels that it's almost impossible for the fullback to take the ball away from the quarterback when he's not trying to give it. It's a high mesh point, but that's by design.
Well, I tell you, it's a dangerous piece of work, and so far it's been a problem. That's a problem too.
Give to Terrell Mayhew, who's now in there at running back. Mayhew, a loss of 2. Earlier we talked with Jay Ball about his starting quarterback, Chris Griffin.
Chris Griffin is a 3-year starter. Right now he's making great decisions for us. He's tremendously athletic, can throw, can run, makes people miss. And I would just reiterate the fact that he is really making great decisions for us, and he's a senior leader.
3-year starter, as we said, very athletic quarterback. Completing nearly 55% of his passes for 1,400 yards on the season is Griffin. He fakes the give there. He'll look downfield one more time. And one more time, Prater had it, but knocked away from Prater. Brisson was there to get the hand in.
Well, you see it play action here with the bootleg coming to the left side, and that long, deep crossing route, favorite route of a lot of people. I like that route too, but Grissom almost has another pick right there, David.
Yeah, he's very good man-to-man and man-to-man coverage, and you'll see they'll take their chances. They'll lock those corners up on an island and dare you to make a play. And what you see Central do to combat that is those wide splits by those wide receivers to isolate them even further.
Get the wide splits, and also their quarterback Griffin just needs to keep the ball up. That ball a little bit underthrown. If he keeps that ball up, that ball's probably complete.
Now they've gone to Prater twice as Jay Ball will take a timeout here with 3rd and 11 facing the Eagles. But you talk about Prater, Shane Prater, they've gone to him twice, once for the touchdown, nearly pulled that one in. He's a University of Iowa recruit. He'll be a Hawkeye next year, 32 catches for nearly 600 yards. Let's take a look back. Last year's Class A state championship game where the Bearcats were in command. Class A state championship between the Kearney Bearcats and the West Side Warriors.
The play unfolds here. Look out.
Okafor has room on the outside. Does he have enough to go the distance? Okafor inside the 30. He's gone. Touchdown.
There it is.
He's got a man wide open, and he'll air it out for him. Underthrown a bit again, but this time straightaway starter on the option. Rousseau has a crease, keeps his feet. Look out, Rousseau could go. Touchdown, Joey Rousseau. 3rd down and 9, Anderson to throw. He'll pull it down. Under pressure, flips it out and picked off. Picked off at the 20-yard line. Inside and in for the touchdown. Bearcats are the Class A state champion. Cardi won that 41-21. Let's go down to the sideline to John Bishop. John.
I can tell you quickly why Omaha Central had to call that timeout. The Millard North coaches were screaming at the officials, saying that the Eagles had 12 players on the field, so Jay Ball quickly called the timeout, avoided the penalty, and a 3rd and longer.
Jay Ball with a heads-up timeout. It's still 3rd and long. 3rd down, 11. Ball bobbled. Griffin able to pick it up. He'll scramble, gets out of containment, tosses it out to Grigsby, who's wide open, and Grigsby down the near sideline into Mustang territory down to the 46-yard line. Big play by Griffin to Grigsby.
You know, David, you see a play like that, and we saw that happen to Josh Freeman at Kansas State. When the snap is bad and you got to adjust what you're doing back there, and it takes your concentration away. This is a phenomenal play by this young man to be able to just keep composed and then complete the pass here to Grigsby, and then watch this hit. Watch this hit here. Boom. Got bushwhacked from the backside.
Coach Ball really stressing the fact that Griffin is a tremendous decision maker, and there we got a chance to see his poise and decision making all in one. Great composure.
Back in Mustang territory, fake the give to Grigsby, drops back, goes over the middle, cannot find Prater, just out of the reach of the hands of Shane Prater.
For those of us watching at home, you're going to begin to wonder why Central will even attempt to run the ball, and it'll be strictly to keep Millard North honest, because there are plays to be made in the passing game, especially as we take a look at this replay.
That
will see mano-a-mano all night, Adrian.
That's the 3rd time now that they've gone after Bresson with Prater. Prater going to take a little bit of a breather here, be ready to go after another play.
There's a look at Brisson. Blake Brisson, the 5'5" junior, 39 tackles, 6 interceptions on the year. 2nd down, 10. The toss to, it's not Grigsby, back in there is Mayhew now, and Mayhew a gain of 2.
Eric Ringblom that time filling in, their leading tackler, Millard North's leading tackler with 73 on the year. He just filled it up from the right side and from that linebacker spot. Scraped right off that right side and into the hole, and good tackle.
Plays downhill. When he hits, usually stops moving. He plays that middle linebacker spot extremely well.
Griffin will go from the gun. Mayhew and Tillman in the backfield with him. 3rd down, 8. Griffin on the slant end. Nice completion to Daryl Hawkins. Hawkins with enough for the 1st down.
Got to tell you guys, if you think Central doesn't know where they want to go with the football pre-snap, all you need to do is take a look at this play right here. Watch Griffin looked at his receiver the whole time, waited for his break. That's just easy pitch and catch. Millard North is going to have to adjust their depths at the cornerback spot if they want to give Griffin any sort of complex looks out there, because right now he's starting to get into a rhythm.
It's a good physical matchup that time. Cam Arnold on the defense there. It's 6'2". Hawkins at 6'3".
Grigsby back in at the I-back. They'll give to Hawkins. And Hawkins a gain of about 4. Daryl Hawkins, the junior, brings up 2nd down, 6 for Central inside Millard North territory.
You see this play a lot at the collegiate level, the jet play or flash play as we like to call it. And it all depends on timing and speed. And a little bit off time, a little bit off speed there. Jay Ball not happy with that one.
And the pitch to Grigsby. Grigsby struggles to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle in there once again by Jared Donahue.
See a steady diet of toss. That's Central's bread and butter. Student body right, student body left. They'll pull the uncovered guard and try to get a helmet on a helmet out there and try to establish Grigsby out there finding a crease. Millard North doing a really good job of running around and through blocks, trying to play downhill as best they can. They've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd downs though.
Well, here's another one. 3rd down, 6 for the Eagles. Tillman in the backfield along with Griffin. Griffin drops, looks to his left, and the flat dropped. Incomplete out in the flat, so that will bring up 4th down, and that time Stephen could not pull it in.
Linebacker on the right side that time, coming on a little bit of a delay blitz right where that activity happened with that pass. But as you said, Larry, the ball dropped by Marcus Hall-Oliver.
You see what Central's trying to do. They're running guys off, trying to isolate routes. They ran the drag underneath. It's really tough to stop in man-to-man because you're going to have a trailing defender.
So they'll go on 4th down, 4th and 6 from the 27. Back to pass again. Block, knocked down right at the line of scrimmage, and the Eagles won't get it. The Mustangs hold on 4th down.
Always a good idea up there in front. You can't get to the passer. Get those arms up. That's what they did. Great job there. Coming up the middle right there is Mike Schneider. Broke up the pass and got the ball back for his ball club.
Well, Millard North's been here before playing from behind, although they don't have the offense that's conducive to playing from behind. They do a good job of staying with their game plan. And Central, conversely, has given up a couple of big leads. Millard South earlier in the year where it was 28-3 and allowed Millard South to come back and find a way to win that game. So both teams will try to stay the course here.
Mustang offense now back in the field to give there. Fisher.
Haven't seen Millard North play a lot in the past, Damon, but whenever I have seen them, it always appeared to me they always have the speed, even though they're behind and they're trying to play catch-up football, they always have the speed to do that. A lot of teams don't have the speed to play catch-up football, but this team usually does have that speed, and they don't have to rely so much, if they ever have relied, on the pass to get it done.
That's extremely accurate, and without really going to the options so much tonight, we haven't seen any wing bone. We'll see how good that big play capability is tonight.
So 2nd down 7, give quick up the middle. Peardy there. Peardy with a gain of about 3 or 4. That'll bring up 3rd down. Earlier we talked with head coach Fred Petito about his injured quarterback, Nick Phelan.
Well, obviously with Nick, you know, we lose arguably, in my thoughts, the best high school football player I've seen this year. What he did for our team, not only from a stat-wise, but a leadership-wise, and how everybody gets involved through him. He sets the table. He does things extremely well. Okay, you know, when you triple out, he's the best, and that's my opinion. Biased, but it's mine.
And the Mustangs pick up the first on 3rd and 3, but hard to argue Petito's point. 1,845 yards on the season, 25 touchdowns, and he went out of the game against Millard West following a 64-yard run.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier as far as adjusting the offense. Millard North, you know, characteristically have been the wing bone team, as Damon mentioned a moment ago, but we've seen very, very little of that, if any of that, and it's been mostly power eye and a little bit of a wing set. That was a wing set right there, but in terms of the true wing bone, we have not seen that.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, Petito going away from his bread and butter, trying to find a new strength for his team to play to. It'll be interesting to see where and how they find that big play potential, because so often we've seen give to the fullback, the veer, keep you honest. Quarterback finds the crease, he breaks a big play. We'll see how they do having a nickel and dime tonight.
Well, NET Sports presents the story of Nebraska volleyball in Dream Like a Champion, premiering Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You can see how Terry Pettit's visionary leadership and John Cook's competitive spirit helped to raise Nebraska volleyball to new heights. Follow the Husker team on their run for a national championship, ending with a dream win last December at the NCAA Championships in Omaha. Watch Dream Like a Champion. Mark your calendar for Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You won't want to miss this special tribute to the successful Nebraska volleyball team. Dream Like a Champion is a special documentary presentation produced by NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. So 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs, and the give once again to Fisher, who cuts that back inside, and some tough running up there by Fisher. Fisher grinding out near the 50, near midfield.
Had to get it there, Larry, to get the 1st down. Man, that was Sean Fisher, just will not be denied here. Good trap block right there by number 61 Mike Schneider for Millard North. Sets it up. Look at him go.
That's a great tackle in the open field, too, by Grigsby on a big back that was churning for yards.
Second down now, 1 from the 49. A quick give into midfield and good enough for the first down. The give over the middle to Jonathan Caniglia, the fullback. And earlier we talked with Jay Ball, Central head coach, about Millard North and what concerns him about the Mustangs.
Their size and their physicality, just slowing them down. And I think our goal will be to slow them down, to hold them to field goals, hopefully, and not let them drive the ball 6, 7, 8 minutes and look up and there's 7-0. There's only 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
And a give to Fisher. Fisher inside the 40 down to the 37-yard line, and Millard North starting to put together a bit of a drive.
It's not hard to tell early on what both teams want to do here as we take a look at the replay.
Look at the blocking. Yeah, blocking up front there, Damon.
And Millard North, this is a true heavyweight title fight, and Central is a team that's very quick, great jab. Millard North, the team with the good knockout power, so you'll see Millard North try to attack the body, while Central is the team that likes to try to strike quickly and give you those headshots. So it'll be interesting to see whose battle wins out.
Mitch Chitwood and Mike Schneider on the blocking up front there that time.
And the quick give to Pierney in the middle, and Pierney stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nice stop in there by Eagles Terrell Mayhew.
It's exactly what Coach Ball wanted to guard against. Millard North's offense, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, allowing themselves to get into a little bit of a physical rhythm here. Central's got to find a way to get that defense off the field.
And they do that. They use that great size up front with their offensive line to create the sort of thing that you're talking about and that Jay Ball was talking about, just that good rhythm they get into with their offense.
The give to Fisher and the counter. Fisher breaks the tackle. Down near the 30-yard line to about the 31. That'll bring up third down for the Mustangs.
Well, Terrell Mayhew had a shot in the backfield, Larry, number 3 for Omaha Central. Not able to hit and wrap and close up and drive. And Fisher able to escape. You know, Fisher, when you look at him, he doesn't look that big to me, quite frankly. He's 6'5" and 215, but he's pretty wiry, I guess is the best way to describe it. But, man, he is tough to bring down.
He is. He's extremely angular.
Well, 1 quarter of the books, and so far it's been all Omaha Central, but the Mustangs are driving. We'll come back for the second 12 minutes of action at Memorial Stadium. NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For more information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank. Wherever you go, you'll find us. And back at Memorial Stadium, the Class A NSAA Football Championship game. I'm Larry Putney along with Adrian Fiala, Damon Binning, John Bishop down on the field. And so far, Central on top, 12-0. The pitch outside, Fisher. Fisher breaks a couple more tackles inside the 30-yard line, down near a first down. Not sure he got it.
Where's the whistle?
They just kept playing.
Where is the whistle?
A little extracurriculars going on down there. Fisher not happy about it, but he's going against a tough hombre right there, number 2. Grigsby will back down from no one. 2 good players going at it in a state heavyweight title bout. That's the way it should be. Neither player given an inch.
Grigsby at 5'10" and 205 and power packed together. 4th down and less than a yard to go.
Looked like he needed the 30, just shy of the 33 for the first down, and they will measure here.
Without a doubt, whether if they're short, they'll be going for this. That's the Millard North style, and that's what they'll do. I'll go out on a limb early.
Tell the viewers here, their right guard is Brian Thorson. He's 6'4", 290. Their right tackle is Nick Norris. He's 6'6" and 325. You can't make half a yard without. They don't have to worry about it. They got it.
Stretch out the chains and find the Mustangs with a first down inside the 30. So the first real threat by Millard North after being in Eagle territory earlier in the game in the first quarter and having their second turnover.
Ball will have to keep his offense patient. You can see them maybe getting antsy on the sidelines, getting out there and wanting to make a big play. Keep them in it mentally.
The give is to Fisher behind the block of Chitwood, and he's down to the 25-yard line. A lot of power football here by Millard North in this first half.
We've seen a lot of that, Larry, a lot of I formation, that power set right there. And yet to see the famous Millard North wing bone in action. Still waiting for that. But you know, with Connor Thomas stepping in for Nick Fela, the injured Nick Fela, you got to wonder if you'll see much, if any, of that, Damon.
Yeah, odds are against it right now, Adrian.
Chitwood, Pierney, Fisher in the backfield, and the give to Fisher. Fisher behind the block of Pierney, gets inside the 25, a short gain of about 1. That'll bring up 3rd down and 6.
In some respects, guys, this reminds me a lot of Matt Turman against Kansas State. Remember that? I mean, handle the team well, manage the team well, just hand it off and let the big boys up front get it done. And that's what Matt did that day. And Connor Thomas is trying to provide that sort of leadership and management for his team tonight.
They hand it off to the other LP all day.
That's a 60 carries as a team that day offensively.
What great vision that was, I want to tell you.
Maybe he was the LP. Give there to Fisher, and Fisher grinding down inside the 22 to about the 21-yard line, and it looks like Fisher on 3rd and long with enough for the first down, and he does get the first.
What this is, Adrian, this is a little bit demoralizing as we take a look at the replay here, where a team is able to let you know what they're going to do, and you're kind of at their mercy to try to stop it. A team just basically running it down your throat, trying to send a message that this is going to be a physical 4-quarter game. They'll be here for the long haul.
It's a lot like Wakefield this afternoon to going against Blue Hill's great defense, and they just took care of it. And that is demoralizing. You're right.
Give to Fisher one more time, who dances out of a tackle and inside and down to the 15-yard line.
Prior to that carry, Sean Fisher, 11 carries for 56 yards. What did he get there, about 5 or 6?
That's 6.
So he'll be up over 60, averaging just over 5 yards a carry. Millard North in total averaging over 6 yards per play, 6.4 to be specific.
Central going to have to bow their neck here. That front four's got to step up as that secondary starts to creep up and creep up. Maybe look for Millard North to try to take a shot with both of their tight ends.
Ross, Pierney in the backfield. The give, though, to Fisher. Fisher inside the 10. Grinds his way down near another first down, close to the 11. And if that's the spot, it'll be another Mustang first down.
Trying that right side of the line where all those big road graders work. And here you see excellent work there. A good block by number 87, Ben Homer. And then Fisher coming up. And one thing, Naaman, you notice, he's got both arms on that ball.
Absolutely. Trying to really limit the turnovers. It's got him in trouble thus far. And we've seen Central's, quick strike ability. You've got to take care of the football. There's a reason there's only one of them out there. You've got to value that pigskin.
So ball spotted at the 5-yard line of the Eagles. First down, goal to go for Millard North, trailing 12-0 here in the second quarter of the Class A state championship game. The give inside down to the 1-yard line. That's Pierney with the carry. Rob Pierney over 1,000 yards on the season, 1,024 yards, 10 touchdowns. Here's another look.
Pierney coming back with counter action. Excellent tackle right there to bring Pierney down and keep him from going into the end zone. Pierney, you look at his numbers and you think, well, decent numbers, but he's just a tough player, very tough player.
Second down goal. Mustangs give Fisher over the right side and walks in easily. Touchdown, Millard North.
Wow, in a game of attrition, a drive like that, Adrian, could go a long, long way.
You bet. Established, Millard North really got established on that drive, and I think game's on, guys.
Absolutely.
It looks.
Millard North going right at Fielding in-house. Those two big inside tackles from Central. And We'll see how Central responds offensively. They've been on those sidelines quite a bit. See if they can get those Jets warmed up quickly.
And the kick is up and through. Tim Week puts it through, and that's his 55th consecutive extra point without a miss on the year.
Huge load up front. You see number 61 again, Mike Snyder leading Fisher up inside. And Snyder really doesn't have a whole lot of work to do.
It's a well-conceived play right there. The pulling guard actually got a chance to be an extra, which you don't see very often on power.
It also attests to what Colin Lundgren and Mike Snyder did on their side over there to help clear the way. Those two guys just blocked down, and Snyder pulled out from that left side to lead it up around into the hole, into the right side, and everybody else is pretty well cleared out.
Well, it's time to test your NSAA football knowledge with tonight's trivia question. Be the first person to email us with the correct answer to our question, and you'll receive an NET Sports logo cap and an NET Sports Athletic Gray t-shirt size extra large. Here's the question. What former high school standout running back holds the Class A record for the longest punt return for a touchdown in Class A history? Email us your answer at sports@netnebraska.org. The first one picks up a terrific prize package from NET, Nebraska's home for sports. Got a clue, guys?
Not a clue.
I'm going to go with Gale Sayers.
It's a good guess. It's awful explosive. Tell you, don't blink here, guys. Washington could take this thing the distance.
Back deep is Stephon Washington, but once again, they will kick it high and short.
Look out.
Covering it just in time. The Eagles, Ronald Grigsby was there. But
it's always scary. Always scary when that happens, guys. That ball's live, and anybody can get onto it. But wow, get up there and fair catch it if nothing else. Jay Ball instructions. Chris Griffin, the quarterback, to come out and see if he can fire up the Eagles here.
On those sidelines a long time, Adrian. As a quarterback, you're trying to get out there as often as you can. We'll see how Central adjusts to that offense having been spectators for quite a while.
I didn't think even to look over there to see if he was throwing the ball at all or at least staying warm.
Well, let's see if Griffin and that Eagle offense can answer the touchdown of Millard North, now 12-7. They'll go up top again. He scrambles but pulls it down. A lot of room up the middle. Nice speed. Breaks the tackle at the 45, inside the 40, and a big gain for Chris Griffin into Millard North territory.
I tell you, where do you start if you're Millard North defensively? You play man-to-man.
Oh, amazing.
They give you a little boot action with a scrambler like Griffin. As we take a look at the replay here, see, they force you to play 11 on 11. Yeah, there's no extra player, and he's as good as your best defender. I mean,
he's got the speed. Here comes Fisher. Fisher's going to finally finish it off. Sean Fisher, he's been their leader all year, and he takes care of that one too. But you're right, Damon. I mean, there's another one.
Quick give in the middle, Jabari Tillman, and Tillman grinds out another first down to the 25-yard line. Earlier today, we talked with head coach Fred Petito, and he talked about those Central Eagles.
Overall, I think they're really balanced from an offensive standpoint, and they're trying, they're probing. They're going to throw a great back at you. They're going to throw an elusive quarterback at you. They'll throw you great speed on the flank, and they battle up front. So I think that they didn't get here by luck. They got here by design, and I've got a lot of respect for that. Defensively, they're the same way. They've got a plan. They keep their pads down, they run well, and they come off blocks. So we've got to be a little bit better than we've ever been. We're going to control the line of scrimmage.
And a quick slant and a nice grab, and close to another first down. The toss over to Prater. Prater inside the 15, and after that last play, Fisher came off, but Fisher back in the lineup for Millard North now.
Just a two-step drop right there. The ball a little bit low, Damon. If it's up there in the letters, he's got a chance to go with it.
Yeah, that's just too easy. That's easy pitch and catch out there when you're singled up in coverage. Millard North, potentially is going to have to go to a different look here. Central seems to know exactly where those defenders are going to be.
Give up the middle. Jabari inside the 5, down to the 2, and maybe the 1-yard line. Jabari Tillman.
Well, this guy can stay. He's got great balance, low center of gravity, right up the middle. You're seeing Matt Wooster and Kevin Wells and Sam Kincaid right up the middle for Central, making the blocks, and Wooster able to keep that balance, Damon. You guys work on those drills, don't you?
Yeah, we do. And I was joking with John Bishop off camera earlier before the game started. He's actually Central's X factor. He's as good a runner as they have, and he stays well hidden with guys like Griffin and Grigsby out there. Great runner.
We give to Grigsby, and Grigsby walks in for the touchdown. Central answers the Millard North touchdown.
Well, they made that look pretty easy all the way through. Over that left side, again with Kincaid and the Sanders over there. They like to go to that left side, and they went that way and did it well.
You just get the sense, barring some unseen catastrophe, that Millard North's going to have a hard time slowing Central down before they get a chance to make adjustments at the half.
Looks like Ryan Steffen dinged up a little bit. He walks off the field a bit gingerly. Omaha Central will go for 2 here. On top 18-7. It's really that quick strike Central offense against the grinded out Millard North offense.
I can tell you, Griffin makes it tough on you when you have to use all 11 defenders, doesn't he?
You bet. Absolutely. It's amazing the speed. He's got terrific speed.
3 wide, Tillman the up man.
It's going to be a slant.
It's a slant. Touchdown. Shane Prater making a 2-point conversion. Shane Prater.
That's just too easy, guys.
Touchdown, then the 2-point conversion. Here's another look.
Just look at all the blue shirts, the purple shirts, I should say, up in front there. And now you see that slant.
See, Millard North is really in a bind. When guys have the ability to go by you, you don't want to press them, but you also can't let guys inside either. So you're kind of in a little bit of a conundrum. You got to pick your poison. And if I'm Millard North right now, I'm thinking you've got to get extreme heat on Griffin, because he's 3 feet. He's planting his feet. Back foot hits the ground, and he's delivering the football. You've got to find a way to get him out of his rhythm.
It's such a fast play that happens, and you know, the coverage that time, I'm not sure. Go ahead, Larry.
I was just going to say, you want to check out Adrian coming up. Get all the inside information on Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap Up. That's Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, analysis, discussion, and also the latest recruiting news with Huskers Illustrated Sean Callahan. Join Adrian Fiala and Kevin Kugler for the next Big Red Wrap Up. That's Tuesday, November 27th, right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
And hopefully we'll be talking about a big Husker win and possibly a bowl bid.
Absolutely.
The bowl bids come out that
will be the following
weekend.
Yep. So a little squib kick right up the middle, and the Mustangs take it outside to about the 35-yard line. So a nice return by Millard North. Good field position after the touchdown of the Central Eagles.
I think Rob Perney, wasn't it? Picked up that football.
Yep.
Perney is, we talked about earlier, fine fullback for Millard North. 10 touchdowns on the year, over 1,000 yards rushing.
Like Coach Petito just looked cool as a cucumber over there on the sidelines, didn't he? Didn't seem to look like he had a worry in the world.
Assistant coach is not so cool, but Fred's pretty cool.
And the give here to Peardy. Peardy.
How good a hitter is Grigsby? This guy's luring a lot of boom tonight.
Let's go down to the sideline and John Bishop.
Guys, keep an eye on Sean Fisher, 42, who was a big part of that touchdown drive for Millard North. We mentioned, Larry, that coming off the field about 3 plays from the end of that defensive series for Millard North, he was really looking a lot tentative on offense. I wonder if the carries that he had on that last drive took a little bit of a toll on him. Let's see how he does here on this series.
Well, here's Fisher. Thanks, John. And Fisher stopped at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't quite make the 40, so we'll call it the 39, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Fisher, of course, recruit of the University of Nebraska.
Well, we're halfway through the second quarter, and Sean Fisher, that was his 16th carry of the ball game so far. That's a lot of carries through a quarter and a half. 16 carries for 76 yards, and he has put one in the end zone.
It's almost a third of the carries he had on the season, Adrian. 60 carries on the year, 442 yards. Of course, they are used to riding the legs of Nick Fela, and Fela out with an injury, and on third down, shut down again, and we're going to have a flag on the play. It comes in late. First flag of the game here in this second quarter.
Grigsby tangled up there with, maybe it was Cam, I'm not for sure.
Is that a bench call, maybe? It came off the...
It came from the back, Judge.
I don't know, Cam Arnold, yeah, they were, Grigsby and Cam Arnold were getting after pretty good with one another.
Well, we have 2 personal fouls, one on the Mustangs, one on the Eagles. They will offset, and if it was during the play, it will replay, but it was not. It was after the play. So that'll bring up 4th down 6, and Millard North forced to punt. And into punt for the Mustangs is Sean Fisher. Fisher averaging 38 yards per kick. Back deep for the Eagles is Grigsby. Gets it away a bit short. Grigsby will let it hit. Bounces sideway and touchdown by the Mustangs. Well, NET has been delivering exciting sports action into your living room for many years. Now you can join the Sports Partners Club to ensure that your favorite sports programs continue. To learn how to become a charter member of the Sports Partners Club, log on to netnebraska.org/sports. You can receive a charter member gift certificate, a duffel bag, and a poster of that famous Matt Davison catch. Help us deliver inspiring sports action by supporting the NET Sports Partners Club. Log on to netnebraska.org/sports and become a member today.
It's going to be a great organization, Larry. Looking forward to that. Talked with some of the folks at NET a week or so ago, and we're all going to get involved. Invite everybody to join us with that. Be a lot of good opportunities, a lot of good sports action and talk to be had.
So 1st down and 10, Eagles back to throw again. They'll go downfield and just out of the outstretched hands. Daryl Hawkins.
I don't think that's where Central's best matchup is. Cam Arnold's a real good corner, probably the best they have. You saw the real sound technique he had via man-to-man coverage. I think you've got to take a look over on the other side and pick on that height in this match a little bit and see what you can do over there.
Yeah, both of the defender and receiver both right in that 6'2", 6'3" category. While those on the other side, it's 5'5" and 5'9", 5'10".
Quick give in the middle, nothing there for Jabari Tillman. Shut down inside. Ben Homer is there.
What you're seeing Millard North do now, Adrian, to take away some of those potential inside routes by those Central receivers, is those outside linebackers are kind of buzzing to that flat area to try to take away those quick slants, and having those corners force those receivers to release outside.
And if those receivers continue to widen up even more, Damon, those linebackers are going to take themselves totally out of the picture and open up the flanks to the run.
So 3rd down and long for the Eagles, 3rd and 10. Griffin from the shotgun. Looks downfield, throws out. And a nice reception grabbed by Hawkins, and Hawkins into Mustang territory. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
Well, Cam Arnold on the coverage over there, and it looked like he was thinking one of two things: lay back, make the hit, or go for the ball. And he was a little late on the ball, and it got right through and created that 1st down. Watch this. Number 10 is Cam Arnold on the coverage here.
That's real good pitch and catch. That's a really strike. Boy, I think Edward J. Olmos would be fairly jealous. He stood and delivered.
4-minute mark here in the second quarter of the Class A championship. Omaha Central on top of Millard North, 20-7. Back to pass one more time. Now they'll throw it out to Grigsby on the screen. Grigsby's got room, a lot of room in a block route in front of him. Cuts inside, but breaks the tackle. And Grigsby in for the touchdown.
Well, he is so good.
Boy, did he set up his block going to right about the 20-yard line. He set up the block, and you'll get the excessive celebration flag, but you know what? It'll work. It'll work. But man, did he set up the blocking downfield.
Well, I tell you, I can't stress enough how Central's ability to seize the moment. What those guys that won state titles, that track team that won gold medals, It's not like they walked into this building where we're ready to lay down. This swagger in which they're playing with has been something to watch.
Good job by Griffin to set up this play as he went over to the right side, then look back left, and watch this now as he sets it up there. Grigsby does a good job just to put the defender right on his heels, and now this play right there, well, okay. It's going to create a little bit tougher job for the kicker here.
Clifton Roebuck says thanks very much, and he pounds it. Nope, just a little wide. So makes for a little bit more difficult extra point. One more look at the touchdown.
Again, get a good look at Griffin here, and I'll watch Grigsby. He's going to come up, set up number 11 Blake Brissom on the inside, put him down. All right.
And earlier we talked with Jay Ball about Grigsby.
Their size and their physicality, just slowing them down. And I think our goal will be to slow them down, to hold them to field goals, hopefully, and not let them drive the ball 6, 7, 8 minutes and look up and there's 7-0. There's only 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
So it's 26-7 thanks to the nice catch and run by Ronell Grigsby.
Well, he plays like a 4-year starter, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's something else.
Really
he's extremely confident. Happen to know him real well off the field. And
David, what are his chances as far as going on?
I think he's got a good shot. I mean, he was in the doghouse early on, especially in the spring, but I think he's done a good job of cleaning up his academics and really been a model student at Central, and I think you'll see him re-recruited.
So right down the middle, Brisson handles it. Brisson out to about the 20-yard line, but shut down out there by Daryl Hawkins. So Millard North now down 26-7. Will trot into the field and try to get things going for the Mustangs. Millard North, as we said earlier, in its 5th state championship game in 6 years. They won state titles. Fred Petito and his crew in 2003, 2005. They like odd years, and here it is 2007, but they got a ways to come back against the Eagles.
He's got to be thinking he's got to find a way to get a score here because they get the ball back at half, but one at a time, especially when your offense has had to plod the way that they've had to.
And the give in the backfield he's hit is Fisher. Drug down in a nice play by Terrell Mayhew. Mayhew again in the backfield.
That's the downside of when you run this power offense right here. You're going to watch Mayhew right up through the middle, untouched. Somebody's down below there too. Couldn't get the number of that other Central player, but it's the downside of this type of offense unless you've got that blazing speed we talked about earlier.
So a loss of 1 on the play, now 2nd and 11. Pearney with the give, out over the 20. Pearney with positive yardage to the 22. That'll bring up 3rd and long once again for the Mustangs. This offense can't find themselves in those situations too often. And they frequently have here in this first half.
You wonder, well, how soon or if at all will Coach Petito go to Old Reliable and maybe take a look at getting back in that wing bone to give his offense a chance at a little bigger play potential.
He talked maybe about using Zach Stahl also. I don't know if that'll happen or not as Fisher tries it again here.
Give to Fisher out over the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 4. That'll bring up 4th down for the Mustangs. And don't forget, coming up at halftime, we will chat with Deb Velder of the NSAA about the boys tennis and girls volleyball championships. We'll also review all those first half highlights and stats. Adrian and Damon will be back with us, and we'll review what has gone on here in this first half. And it's been a lot of Central on top here, 26-7. So 4th down and 3. Fisher is deep. Check that. Fisher is deep to punt. A short kick, and Grigsby will let it roll. And it rolls inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. So with a minute 25, plenty of time on the clock for a very explosive Eagle offense. Well, if you'd like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA volleyball or football championship games, log on to netnebraska.org and click on Shop NET, or you can call 1-800-868-1868. Order your DVD copy. It's a memory that will last for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. So 1:25 to work for the Central Eagles. Chris Griffin back in at quarterback.
Well, look at this split at the bottom of the screen. He was off the screen.
Grigsby bounces out of one tackle, but he'll be pulled down from behind the line of scrimmage, and a nice tackle by the Millard North Mustangs. Dan Springer in there on the tackle. Springer 43 tackles on the year, 3.5 sacks. A loss of 2 for Grigsby.
We talked earlier, Adrian, if you're Central, I think basically you're only showing the run to keep Millard North honest, because that passing game has clicked all night long.
It has, Damon, and I think they just, obviously they're just going to run it out here and go in at halftime, take a nice little breather and collect themselves, come on out.
2nd and 13, the quick give in the middle, Tillman. Tillman bangs it out over the 32, and they are content to let that clock roll down and walk in, as Adrian said at halftime, on top 26-7. But an impressive first half for these Central Eagles. I don't know too many people who thought that the Mustangs would go in down 19 at the half.
Extremely efficient too, Adrian. I believe 4 possessions, 4 scores.
And a couple of turnovers, Naaman, that they converted, and turnovers that gave them a short field. They had the one long pass play, and really it's been just basically a perfect half for Central football.
Yeah, Millard North in a bit of a purple haze.
Well, Jay Ball, in just his 2nd season as the head coach of the Central Eagles, has the Eagles in the state championship game and leading at halftime. It is 26-7, all Eagles thus far.
Millard North expected a bit of a problem coming out, though, Larry.
John Bishop is now on the sideline with the head coach, Jay Ball.
Well, Coach, you couldn't have asked for any better start to that football game.
No, it worked out pretty well. We got 24 minutes to play, and they're a great football team.
Now, it's not an offense that usually can come back, so do you change anything defensively in the second half?
We're playing good defense, but sooner or later they're going to put it up, so we got to be ready for that.
Coach, good luck second half.
Thank you.
All it is Eagles on top of the Mustangs at half in the Class A state championship game. It's the Eagles 26, Millard North 7. And we're back at Memorial Stadium, halftime at the Class A State Championship. Omaha Central on top of Millard North. It's 26-7 at the half, and it really has been a dominant performance by the Omaha Central Eagles, and it started with a great playmaking of Chris Griffin, who goes up top here and finds Ryan Steffen.
Ryan Steffen all alone, nobody within 15-20 yards. Broken coverage by Millard North, and the ball comes loose in the very next series from Millard North.
Fisher. Couple of turnovers early, for Millard North.
Championship game, this level of caliber of competition, can't add that. A mismatch right there, as we talked about. That was Shane Prater on the touchdown right there.
And Ronell Grigsby takes it in for one here, and then the 2-point conversion. Prater one more time, and the Eagles in command on top, and one more time out to Grigsby, and he just sets up his blockers so well.
Set it up well, and again, just powers his way as he takes a look there and does the old somersault. Cost him 15 yards on the play, but he'll live with that.
Millard North started to get things going. They had that long drive led by Fisher, who at the end of this drive, midway through the second quarter, had 60 yards rushing and 16 carries.
Central can just hurt you a multitude of ways. And Coach Ball, he alluded to the fact that Griffin has made great decisions for him all year, and he's been the epitome of efficient tonight.
Here's a look at the stats, and you see that it really has been a lot of Omaha Central, 279 total yards to Millard North's 136. And the other thing you will notice there that's very big is that 5th column, the turnovers. Millard North has put it on the ground twice. Central has capitalized on both of those.
And those turnovers contribute to the short field locations. And again, as we said earlier on today, good team's going to capitalize on short field positions, and that's what Central was able to do.
No, it's been outstanding.
No coach, no team yet.
If you're an Eagle fan, is you've played your best football on the biggest stage against arguably the two best teams in the state. You went to Kearney and sent a message there. Now for at least one half, you've played about as good a football as the Eagle fans have seen them play all year.
You bet.
Well, the Eagles on top. We are at the halftime of Class A state championship battle. Central over North, 26-7. And back at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, Central on top of Millard North. It's 26-7 at the halftime of the Class A state championship battle. And to this point, guys, Omaha Central really controlling the game. It's that quick strike offense that has done it for Omaha Central.
Absolutely, Larry. And Damon, you know, Millard North got taken out of their normal offense by what happened as far as the injury goes, and that really has helped Central's cause, though, tonight.
Absolutely. They haven't been able to go to Old Reliable. We've seen none of that wing bone. We haven't seen any of the triple options.
We don't have coach,
and it's
Jim,
been
but
real tough for Millard North to find a way to manufacture scores.
There's a look at Jay Ball. His squad on top, as we said, 26-7. Ready to get things going here in this second half. Millard North will receive the ball. And the Eagles will kick off to start here in this second half. John Bishop is on the sideline, and he joins us. John.
Well, guys, one thing that has been a long-time tradition at Millard North is the odd tape job that they do on their helmets. Now, that tape job has a little special significance tonight because everybody on the team is marked in pen a number 7, of course, for Nick Fela, the fallen quarterback for the Millard North Mustangs. But the reason behind the tape around the helmets is a few years ago, there was problems with a handful of guys keeping their chin straps on, so they started doing it. Pretty much it carried through the entire team, and so it may be one of the most unusual helmet logos in all of football. A simple tape job on the silver helmet.
Thanks, John. And that kind of started a tradition there at Millard North. I guess, what would you say, bringing the wood too many times and popping those chin straps? Is that?
Probably so, Larry. I thought maybe the 7 was for Eric Crouch.
All right.
Former Millard North.
That's right. Brisson takes it at the 5, and he's hit right away at about the 19-yard line. So Brisson with an 18-yard return, and the Mustangs will have it to start this second half.
Well, they got a chance here, Damon, to start out right here in the third quarter, does Millard North. See if they'll get it done as you get a shot there of Connor Thomas, sophomore quarterback, 5'9", 150 pounds.
Be interesting to see what the game plan at Millard North decides to go with. Will they go to the Old Reliable, or will they try to stay the course? Looks like early on they'll try to stay the course.
Full backfield once again, and a quick give right up the middle to fullback Pierney, and Pierney out over the 20 to about the 22-yard line. That'll bring up second down 7 for the Mustangs. There's Pierney.
Lewis House right in the middle of all that. Lewis House, a nose tackle at 6 foot and 305. He's number 79 right there. Helmet all marked up and messed up and bashed. Look at that.
Some tough playing inside right there.
Those are courageous marks right there.
Give now this time to Fisher. Fisher on the left side, and he's out near a first down. He'll be about a yard shy. That'll bring up 3rd and short for Millard North.
Equipment manager wants to take your helmet and clean it up as we watch Fisher again here. Good lead blocks up front. Good fill by Central. But the equipment manager usually wants to take your helmet, clean it up, and you don't want him to do that. Those marks are special.
I tell you, at this pace, that's 71 yards to pay dirt. Never looked so far.
Nice tough running by Fisher, and we have a flag down. It'll look like a late face mask on Fisher, as Fisher has enough for the first down, and we'll tack on about 15 more after this call.
Well, he gets a lot of yards after contact, doesn't he, guys?
Yeah, he's a tall drink of water. He's got only 210 pounds on that 6'5" frame. He's got a lot of room to grow, but I tell you what, he gets down a good low pad level there. Had to drag him down by the face mask.
And the personal foul. Face mask on the Eagles. They'll march off 15 yards, and that'll put the Mustangs at midfield, right at the 50-yard line.
Jay Ball not too happy about that play.
Okay, and yes,
to keep Millard North down, pinned down in that deep territory.
That we have in the past.
And to give there to Fisher, a wide open hole over the right side, and Fisher with a gain of 5 down to the 45-yard line.
Here's the wrinkle. The minor adjustment that Millard North has made thus far is to start running to the open side, running away from strength, trying to give Central a different look as they're maybe trying to catch Central blitzing into some tendencies right now. The quick adjustment is to run to that open side. We'll see how quickly Central can counterpunch.
So 2nd down and 5. Pearney, Chitwood, Fisher in the backfield for the Eagles. The give to Fisher one more time. A lot of Fisher here early in the second half, and a lot of offensive line and push by Millard North.
Well, they just loaded up and go. You saw there as Lundgren and Thorson tackle on the outside, Norris, and then also Mitch Chitwood jumping up inside there. Had about 4 or 5 guys just blocking the way and clearing the way for the ball carrier for Fisher.
So ball now at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Same backfield to give this time Pearney, and Pearney drugged down from behind, and a nice play by Anthony Fielding. Fielding there for the tackle.
Trying to hit him with a little quick hitter, trying to catch those 2 inside interior linemen playing up the field, maybe napping a little bit.
Lundgren blocked down and left him uncovered. He left the tackler uncovered right there, number 52, as you said, Fielding, and he came up free. Easy to make a hit when you're free.
Chitwood, Pearney, Fisher. Give to Fisher. There you go. Over that right side, down to about the 44, maybe 34, 36, 35, down to the 35-yard line. And we talked with head coach Fred Petito a little bit earlier about his.
I think if they're not prepared for Sean Fisher, then they're prepared for Sean Fisher. Let me put it that way. Okay, and yes, we are. Things are gonna go a little different that we have in the past, and things will go through our O-line from an offensive standpoint, and Fish, and other people that we will go ahead and introduce to them tonight.
There's Fish one more time as he breaks a couple of tackles and grinds down inside the 30. And you heard Coach Petito there say things will go a little differently tonight, and we have seen that all night for the Mustangs.
Showing the ability to at least be somewhat flexible with this new style of attack and a new game plan for those that are accustomed to the traditional Millard North style. We've seen no wing bone, no flex bone tonight. It has been power, ISO, and toss from this Mustang bunch.
And we have not seen a pass. But we expect that.
4th and 2. Flags on the play. So we have movement on the Mustangs.
Sean Fisher, the Nebraska recruit, that last carry was his 25th carry of the ballgame. 113 yards and a touchdown involved in all of that. He's just a big workhorse right there, number 42. Looks to me like I'm not sure where he is going to. Damon, let's talk about that as far as college football. You follow him and this team pretty closely. Tell me about what you think in terms of collegiate where Fisher will be.
I think he'll be a Husker. I don't think he'll waver. The interesting thing is where he'll play.
Where he's going to play. That's my question.
You talked about that frame, wiry, 6'5", 210 pounds. He could easily carry another 30 pounds, Adrian. And the question is, guys that are used to playing in a 2-point stance, the stand-up style, usually don't like to put their hand on the ground. So I don't think he has great fixations of playing that rush-in spot at Nebraska. I think he'll try to stay in the 2-point and play one of those linebacker spots.
Linebacker spot, that would be my guess too.
Well, a big gain on 4th down for the Mustangs. They pick up the first, so now 1st down from the 27-yard line. We give to Pearney. Pearney keeps grinding, and we're going to have a flag on the play.
It's another face
tackle. Looks like the hand of Prater got in there.
I tell you what Millard North's setting up here, Adrian, is that boot game is wide open. Central does not have a counter boot reverse guy on that backside that's honoring any sort of play fake by that quarterback. Look for Millard North, if those guys up top are saying the same thing we are, to maybe come back here with a little boot play or a waggle.
I've been waiting for the pass to come Well, it was there. He had the hand on the mask. But I've been waiting for the pass to come as they mark off a major here.
I'll call it 15 yards, and they march it off, and it'll put the ball down to the 13-yard line. So first down, 10 for the Mustangs from the 13. Millard North trying to pull within 12 with a touchdown. Down 26-7 here. Early in the third quarter of the Class A state championship game. They give one more time Fisher, and Fisher bounces off a tackle inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line.
A little double dive action, Adrian here. Millard North giving Central a bad read, sending the fullback opposite A, following their power back with ISO.
Fisher over 30 carries on the night now, Adrian. That's nearly half of his total carries on the season. 60 carries on the season, 30 tonight. He gets another one.
He's been a workhorse, Larry, no doubt about it. Runs into a big wall right there on that play as the Eagles stack it up inside.
I tell you, Adrian, I'm gonna continue to beat this dead horse. If there's ever a time to run boot, it is right now, because it will be wide open, especially on third down where you're thinking Central's going to load to strength.
Well, Sean Prater was looking over at the sidelines. He's got the instruction as far as the defense goes. Let's see where the corners end up here. Well, they're going to be a split wide left.
Third down and short. Fisher one more time. Puts his back to it and continues to grind away, and he will be very near a first down. Needed to get inside the 9 for a first, and they will spot it just inside the 9. We will likely have a measurement. Fumble on the play. The ball apparently loose at the bottom of the pile. And you saw the official signal first down the other way, but they're going to get together and chat this one over. You see some conversation going on among the officials.
Huge call in this game right now.
Referee,
tell you which way Uncle Mo's going to swing.
Referee Kyle DeBuse gave the signal Central ball, but now he's talking it over with the other officials. And they give it back to Millard North. Look one more
Let's see what we can pick out here. There's Ford, the big hit right there. That's Sean Prater.
Wow, they missed
the ball's
that
down.
Yep. Looks like the ball was out.
Ball was indeed down. We didn't get.
Let's go down to the field to John.
Well, you just saw on the replay, it looked like the ball had come out. Now, one other thing that happened was that a shoe came bouncing out of the pile. And initially, it looked like Millard North was going to be running after a lost shoe. Now, I wonder if maybe that had confused the issue just a little bit, but it definitely looks like Millard North may have gotten away with a loose football as they make the measurement right now. And it looks like they're going to be, nope, they're going to have it first down.
First down. So not only do they retain, but they have a new 4 to go. You know, what we didn't see in the replay was the aftermath of everything. We saw the ball loose, but we really didn't see the aftermath of it all. So,
and we obviously can't hear the whistle either.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of things happen in that pile. That ball changes hands sometimes. If you're down there and you have it, you better just make sure you hold on to it. We always used to cover the guy up if you could, that had cover your teammate up that had the football so nobody could get to him.
So we'll call it the 3-yard line. Ball on the 3, the sneak. Digging and plowing away, and finally pulled back is the sophomore quarterback Connor Thomas, and Connor gets down to about the 2. Surprise, no whistle.
It's about the 3rd time today that it's happened. The whistle way late.
A lot of extracurriculars going on down there, and Connor Thomas, not the biggest of players as we've alluded to tonight, at maybe 5'8", about $150.
I think he was just trying to surprise people after all the power game going with Fisher and Perney. He's trying to surprise people and maybe sneak one up. Nobody's thinking about it.
So 2nd and goal for the Mustangs. Fisher gets the carry and walks in over the right side. Touchdown, Millard North.
Big swing right here, guys, when Central thinks they have the football. Doesn't happen, and then the first down comes, and then Fisher puts one in the zone.
So that will cut into the Eagle lead. It's now 26-13. Extra point pending, and on is the outstanding kicker for Millard North, Tim Week. Week has not missed an extra point this year, and he doesn't here. fires it through to make it 26-14, a 12-point Eagle lead.
Nice high mesh point, and Fisher's ability to carry the mail here tonight is delivered from Millard North.
That right side of the line, you like that right side. It's that big side, as we talked about, with the Norris and Thorson over there, and tough to get around those guys. They're huge, 6'4", 290, 6'6", 325. But tough to make a play when you got that sort of size in front of you. As a matter of fact, there's Norris right there behind the coach, 76, with the water bottle.
Well, tucked away in
Large
attics.
human being.
Yep. Yeah, tucked away in attics and basements and boxes, our family and community heritage is slowly disintegrating. Most of us own treasured items such as photographs, furniture, quilts, and knickknacks, but few of us care for them properly. Saving Nebraska's Treasures, a co-production of NET Television and the Nebraska State Historical Society, offers advice to help owners preserve and protect their heirlooms. Find out more this Sunday night, 11 Central Time on NET1. There's a look at Jay Ball in his second year at Omaha Central. As just watched as Millard North has cut into that lead, now 26-14.
Jay Ball wants to protect that lead, Larry, as you were talking about protecting the heirlooms and valuables. Jay wants to protect that lead. It's valuable right now to him.
Yes, it is very valuable. A short kick at one more time. Ball on the ground. Grixey tries to pick it up. He can't get it. It's on the ground. It will be a scramble at the bottom, and this is probably changing hands as we speak.
Preliminary, it looked like Millard North jumped on that. We'll see how strong Grixby is. Yeah, real strong. You want the ball in the hands of your best player, and Grixby was down there fighting for that thing. I guarantee you number 2 will come up with it.
And there's the signal from Kyle DeBuse, the referee.
And there's the deuce.
Grixby. You know, I know coaches discuss this with their ball club, and that is, you know, if you're up there on that line and that ball comes to you like that play, just fair catch the football.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
fair catch the football. You can do that. And I'm sure Jay has discussed that, his staff has discussed that, and they'll discuss it again after that near miss right there.
Adrian, does Central try to go back to the ground game, or do they take while the getting's good?
I'd stay with my game plan. You know, this is a 12-point game now, Damon, and I just stay with the game plan. When you play to win, I'd rather play to win than play not to lose.
And I tell you what, Millard North's adjustment, when Central only has 2 wide receivers, they'll double both those outside guys. I think if Central wants to go back to the passing game, they'll have to go to that 3 wide receiver look and really spread Millard North out.
Griffin to Hawkins, they don't connect, so that brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Griffin under center, the toss. Grixby bounces it outside, but Millard North defenders there, and a short gain by Grixby. We have a flag. Preliminary signal is holding against the Eagles.
You like 3rd and long here, Adrian, at 8 or 9, or do you want to take them back 2nd and 18?
Oh, I think I'm taking them back.
You might be playing into the Eagles' strength here. They've shown the ability to get you in chunk yardage.
I'm a defensive guy. I want them to have to gain as much real estate as they have to. Damn it, so take them back.
Millard North got to really pay attention here to screen and draw. Central does both very well.
I think Griffin, earlier in the ball game, Griffin was having good luck with moving on the move. See if they do that again here.
So they back him up 10, and it's now 2nd down, 20 to go from the 20-yard line. Griffin in the gun. 2 wides right. He'll roll to his right. Throw it up downfield, and wide open is Prater, but he overthrows him. Prater had a step and was open at about the 40-yard line, enough for the first, but just overthrown.
Prater looking for the ball, outside shoulder. The ball thrown to the inside that time, and a little bit strong on the toss. Prater, he's a guy, you just get that ball out there and let him work on that back, and he'll come up with that catch. But the ball just thrown to the wrong side right there.
Keep an eye on the screen here. Real good screen team. I don't think Central wants to make any costly mistakes here and give Millard North a short field. Watch for a little swing screen.
3rd down, 20. Griffin goes downfield to Prater again. Prater goes up to get it and knocked away. Nice defensive play once again by Brisson.
Brisson came up with the ball, but he was out of bounds. Well, let's check it out here. He was out of bounds. The ball's going to come back, and Central will end up kicking.
Well, Griffin throws a nice ball, doesn't he?
He does. There you see Grissom coming up with the football right there.
Told you, he's got a short memory. He'll come back to it. Now, the Achilles here so far tonight, guys, has been Central special teams. They've left a couple of extra points out there on the field, and now the first time we'll see their punt team. The snaps have been high all night with those extra points. We'll see what happens here in the punt game.
And interesting that before the game, when we talked with Jay Ball, he mentioned that as one of his team's strengths was the special teams. Obviously the returns, but struggled to this point. Plenty of football left coming up tomorrow. 2 more state championship battles. Be with us on NAT for live coverage of all of the games. As tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Bishop Newman takes on Pierce for the C1 title. And then tomorrow night a game many looking forward to, that Class B battle between McCook and Crete, both undefeated on the year.
Tell you what's interesting here, guys, is both teams have been in this situation before. Millard North having success coming from behind, Central having given up a couple of big leads. Which team is the first to blink and start looking in their rearview mirror?
We shall find out. 4:30 left here in the third quarter.
And back to punt for the Central Eagles. Dan Holst. Brisson deep to receive. And Holst gets it away. Brisson calls for the fair catch and takes it at the 43-yard line. So Millard North, fresh off a touchdown drive, will try to put together another one and cut it to a single-digit lead. Let's go sideline with John Bishop.
Larry, quick injury report. Ryan Steffen, who scored our first surprise touchdown of the evening for Omaha Central, having his shoulder looked at right now. They're putting some extra padding over his left shoulder. He came out on one of the touchdown drives late in the first half. Looks like he may have sprained his shoulder. They're going to try to tape him back up. He has not been back on the field since that drive.
Looks like a little bit of an AC joint, didn't it, Adrian?
Yeah. He was having some pain, too, just in putting that pad on. I'm just not sure. The longevity, his longevity in the ballgame may be limited.
3-yard gain there by Fisher will bring up 2nd down and 10, and they continue, guys, to just grind it away with Fisher.
It's a heavyweight title fight. Wow. Joe Frazier sticking with the body, the offensive onslaught, and Central like Ali. A lot of flash. See who gives in first.
Give to Fisher one more time. Uses that right side, and they've liked that side. Another gain of about 3. That'll bring up a 3rd down. 3rd down and 3 to go for the Mustangs.
Third time tonight, and Anthony Fielding has come across from the backside of the play.
He's having an outstanding night. Tremendous hustle, playing down the line of scrimmage. Sign
quick.
of a well-coached ball club. Pursuit to the football. Look at that helmet.
It's a sign of his desire, too, Damon, because, again, as we all know, when you play defense, most of it is desire. Do I want to get there? Do I want to get there?
3rd down and 3 to go. Give again. Fisher out near a 1st down, and it looks like he got it by about a half a yard.
There's some hitting going on down there. That was a little lead ISO. Nice collision.
We heard earlier today that Fisher would carry a heavy load, and he has done that. Another heavy run right here. He gets really hit very, very hard right there. 33rd carry on the evening.
Big pop by Devin Taylor in there for Central. So a 1st down, and one more time, Millard North on the move. 46-yard line of the Eagles. Connor Thomas, the sophomore, still in there at quarterback, and they will, on the give, hit hard, and a big play made by Mayhew in the backfield one more time.
I'll tell you, Mayhew's sticking out like a sore thumb tonight. That's his 3rd tackle for a loss, and whatever he hits seems to stop moving. Look at him on the stunt here, just knifing through.
Just comes in totally uncovered, and what you, like you said, desire. You got to want to get there, and he wanted to get there. And not only that, but make a sterling hit.
It seems like whenever Central wants to put a halt to the run game, at least temporarily, they call upon a couple of stunts. Maybe we'll see that be a trend here as the game progresses.
2nd down, 13 down for the Mustangs. Fisher again. Fisher inside the 45 to about the 43. So it'll bring up 3rd down and long for Millard North.
Central that time really stacked up in their tight defensively. everybody within about 4 yards of the line of scrimmage. See what the formation is here, and whether or not that this may be the time your pass play comes up, David.
I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it.
Well, I'm looking under the pass numbers, and it's still a big zero under there. Well, they got a guy split wide. Still their power formation here.
3rd down and 7. They'll go to the air. Crossing pattern, knocked out of there. We're going to have a flag, though. We're going to have a flag, and it could be pass interference. Looked like great timing.
I don't see that one, but we'll see it again. But my goodness.
Adrian, you're the one with the eagle eyes. What do you think here? I don't know. That was late at best.
Difficult to tell. We had double laundry there, though, so both of them saw it. One more look.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No.
I don't know about that.
I do, and that's a no.
Boy.
Wow.
You call it that close, you ought to be playing, chess.
So we see Grigsby coming in there late, ready to lower.
Oh,
boom.
look at this. Look at Jay Ball is one unhappy camper.
And it doesn't take much to get old Jay fired up. He is an intense fella. As he said, I think what he just said there, Larry, was that's not a very good call.
I'll write you about it later. That's what he was saying. And a carry one more time by Fisher inside the 25. So Millard North on the move as we near the end of the 3rd quarter, inside a minute and a half now.
You mean to tell me that's not what you read over there, Adrian?
What's that? David?
That's not a good call? I think that's about what he said.
I just said it right away.
2nd and 7. Guess who? Over the right side, down to about the 21-yard line. 3rd and short.
He is taking that ball to the right side a lot here tonight. And there's a good reason for that, because that's where all the big sequoias are over there.
It's amazing how both teams embody the persona of their coach. The gritty, hard-nosed, in-your-face style of Coach Petito, and then there's the diligent, workmanlike effort of Jay Ball. Both teams. This is an excellent 3rd quarter thus far.
Good matchup. Good matchup.
Big play here as we tick down 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. 3rd down 4 Mustangs. Pulled down and kept by the sophomore, and Thomas pulled down from behind.
Once again, Mayhew up through the line there. Terrell Mayhew, senior.
Little belly here. Millard North going to the midline for the first time tonight.
Well,
Central well prepared.
Well, again, just trying to cross up the Central defense, because they've been just going Fisher, Fisher, Fisher. We've seen Connor Thomas twice now try to cross up that defense. Hasn't worked as we head to quarter number 4.
So 3 quarters in the books. Millard North still trailing the Eagles 26-14. The 4th quarter is coming up. NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For more information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank. Wherever you go, you'll find us. 12 minutes left in the Class A state championship game between Millard North and Central, and the Eagles that far away from their first championship since '84. 4th down, Eagles are going for it. They go up top, toss out in the flat to Fisher. Fisher with a nice grab, spins out of a tackle, drives down inside the 5. Fisher, touchdown, Millard North.
Unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
What a play. First of all, the call, excellent. And then for Fisher to do, we were talking in the break about just how much Sean Fisher had left in the tank. 36 carries on the night, but man, he had lots left on this one.
The little wheel route out of the backfield,
Great
the
grab.
nice delivery by Connor Thomas, and then we take a look at just sheer effort right there. What are they saying? Big time games. Your big time players got to make big time plays.
Extra point is up and through, and Big Mo just had a change of address.
Look at this.
Fisher, a good spin right off that effort. Not really all that great, and then he just carries people. 1, 2, 3.
You know what's amazing is he doesn't have great pad level, but he absorbs blows extremely well. He's a little upright being 6'5", but his ability to absorb contact is amazing, especially for that wiry frame that he's got.
Somehow he just calls upon some inner strength to just keep it up and keep going.
Now, NAT Sports presents the story of Nebraska volleyball and Dream Like a Champion. That'll premiere Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You can see how Terry Pettit's visionary leadership and John Cook's competitive spirit helped to raise Nebraska volleyball to new heights. Follow the Husker team on their run for a national championship, ending with the dream win last December at the NCAA Championships in Omaha. Watch Dream Like a Champion. Mark your calendar. Tuesday, December 4th at 8 p.m. on NET1 and NET HD. You won't want to miss this special tribute to the success of Nebraska volleyball. Dream Like a Champion is a special documentary presentation produced by NET Sports, Nebraska's home for sports. What a great story it is, the story of Nebraska volleyball. It will come your way December 4th on NET. Well, Millard North back in it now, down by 5, 26-21. The kick this time goes deep, spinning out of the kick, and bringing it back. A nice move there by Washington. Washington with some run. He gets out to the left side at the 40. Washington finally stays on his feet and finally drugged down. What a return by Washington.
You see why they didn't want to kick to him all night. He's an accident waiting to happen. Lightning in a bottle there.
He just, he ran one way, then ran the other, and then across the field. And, gas was a problem on that. As you see him here, cutting back, burning energy right there, getting out of tackles.
Like all good runners, constantly has his head up, not even really seeing the traffic. He's got his eyes on the prize, looking through defenders like most good runners.
And then he's protecting the football so it doesn't come out. Great work by Washington.
Eagle offense back on the field after the Mustangs have pulled it within 5. Griffin under center, fakes the give to Grigsby. Now looks at Grigsby out in the flat. He's covered under a lot of pressure and taken down from behind. Big sack by the Millard North Mustangs.
Well, I tell you, that pendulum swung awful quick. And I do like the fact that Coach Ball wasn't going to sit on it. He's going to put the ball in the hands of his best players and go out and win the game.
Well, exactly what we talked about. You play to win the ball game, and that's what Jay Ball intends to do here. But that sort of effort that we saw from that Millard North offense really spikes up the defense. The defense wants to go out and do exactly the same thing, just to keep things rolling in their direction, and they're trying to do that big time right here.
Dan Springer with his 4.5 sacks on the year. It's now 2nd and 26 after a 16-yard loss. Drop back and throws deep and away over the head.
Guys,
Shane Prater.
The pressure that Millard North is getting up the middle right now has increased tenfold. Just collapsing the pocket as Griffin didn't have the ability to step up and deliver the football there.
Well, they had 4 people coming up front in a normal shot, Damon, and then just one click and the linebackers coming. So there really was nowhere for him to go. And he just had to deliver it way ahead of time.
Central's got to weather the storm here and regain their composure. They've lost a little bit of that swagger. Look for them to try to get the ball to number 2 somehow.
3rd down, 26. Griffin in the shotgun. Flank to his right by Grigsby. He'll look downfield. Pressure again. Sacked again. Millard North busting through one more time. Eric Ringblom with the sack.
7th sack on the year for Ringblom. And this Millard North defense responded to what their offense just accomplished by narrowing this game to a 5-point game. Here it is again. Watch 45. Ringblom. There he comes. Went right through the block.
See, Central's starting to see a little bit what Millard North has been able to do to their opponents all year. Is they're physical, and by the time it's late in the 4th quarter, it's tough to weather.
Substitution violation here coming up. Fred Petito
on the Eagles.
Fred Petito sees his team right back into this game big time now.
Central's got to dial in here and still understand they've got a 5-point lead. Plenty of time left in this ball game. Let's execute the snap back to the punter and get this kickoff.
4th and 39, Larry.
2 sacks and a penalty. as Adrian said, make it 4th down and 39. The kick is out of there. Fair catch called for at the 47-yard line. Brisson brings it in. Millard North 52 yards away from taking a lead. And they have had momentum here in this second half. Let's go down to the field, John.
You know, guys, you talked about the pendulum swinging. It has been a stew pot full of emotion down here on the Millard North side. First, the Fisher touchdown run, then the counter by Omaha Central with a kick return, then the 2 big sacks. And while this sideline has been boiling over, in the middle of it has been the calm of Fred Petito, just calmly pacing the sidelines.
Well, and then they pick up another 5-yard chunk, maybe 6-yard chunk. Let's take a quick look here. That'll be carry number 37 for Sean Fisher.
As he's rapidly approaching 200 yards of total offense.
David, running back, former running back, how much gas can he have left here? 36, did you carry a 36 ever?
36 times is a lot. I had 33 in high school, but I tell you what, with the adrenaline and the moment and his physical condition, I think he can finish this thing through. Central's got to find a way to quell the momentum here.
Give one more time to Fisher, down inside the 45-yard line. Near a first down that looks like where it's spotted at the 44. It'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
Spoke with Coach Petito off camera here a little bit, and you know, this is exactly what he wanted to diagram, his ability to see if Millard North could wear Central down, maybe take the legs from underneath him.
On 3rd down, Fisher again, right up the middle.
He's close.
Stop near the first down. They'll mark it.
He's going to be a little short.
Mark it at the 43. He needed the 42 for a first. It'll bring up 4th down and 1.
Well, it's just the big lean by the front people for Millard North. Those big guys lean on you, and occasionally just knock your block off. It wears you out, and we're seeing a little bit of that now. Hands on hips with the Central Eagles.
4th and 1. 8 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Fisher, he's got the first down near the 40-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you hit the nail on the head, Adrian, when you start talking about body language here. One team extremely emotional and standing upright. The other team looks to be a little bit fatigued, and Central looks a little bit soft here in the underbelly right now in that interior defensive line.
The first half, they were, of course, all excited, jumping around. And look at that right there. The direct contrast to that. They're trying to figure out just how this thing is going right now. And somebody for Central, they're saying one of us needs to make a big play.
Guy to start with would be number 3, Mayhew. He's made big plays all night defensively.
Give to Fisher again, right side, plenty of room up there, and tripped up on the outside. Prater there with the tackle.
Very sure tackler is Sean Prater. Done a real good job defensively. Central's tackled, for the most part, pretty well.
But Central there, Prater doing a good job just to keep the play to the inside just in case. You always want to try to keep that play inside. If you can't make the tackle, then perhaps some pursuit from the inside will be there to make the tackle. But Prater, a good job to indeed make that tackle as Millard North breaks the huddle.
Sean Fisher will be sore tomorrow morning.
Millard North taking a timeout here.
Interesting call. Coach Petito must have seen something he didn't like. It's hard to believe that he would want to stop his team's momentum, especially with Central appearing to be on their heels a little bit. Must not have liked the play call that he had out there.
Well, time to take a look at the answer to tonight's trivia question. And we'll remind you one more time our trivia question. What high school standout running back holds the Class A record for longest punt return for a touchdown? Max Hubka of Lincoln knew the answer was Damon Benning. 98-yard return back in 1991. Adrian, I don't know if you heard it, but you know, when you guessed Gale Sayers, you heard Benning say something like, "Oh yeah, it would have had to have been a good one, huh?" You have a feeling maybe you might have had an idea where we were going with that one.
You know, the funny thing is people will wonder, you know, what in the world was he doing returning a punt for 98 yards inside the 10? The problem is I fumbled it and I had to go back and retrieve it.
Had to have been a good one. Somebody like Gale Sayers. Yep. I'm not sure who it would have been. I have no clue.
Can't get anything past Larry, can I, Adrian?
2nd down and 5. Ball at the 35-yard line. Quick give, Pierney, and Pierney stopped one more time, and guess who's there? One more time, it's Devin Taylor with the big hit.
I tell you, the interior Central's defense, like most good defense, is very strong up the middle. They're getting real good play from their shade and their 3 technique. Mayhew in the middle, and then you got the big hitter at safety with Grigsby. Very strong up the middle, and they've got the speed on the edges with Prater.
So that brings up 3rd down and 4 from the 34. There's a look at Fisher. Millard North down 5. The give to Fisher. He has room on the left side. Good cutback. Grinding inside the 20-yard line. Fisher, 1st down.
Going to that left side. Stephen Kuhn over there coming out of the backfield. Watch 37 here coming up on your screen. You see him downfield right there. Just got enough of the corner to help out with a little extra yardage getting downfield as Millard North threatens big time here.
Nice grab of that shoe top by Grigsby to keep Fisher from going in.
How good have those two players been tonight, with Grigsby on one side and Fisher on the other? The fans here getting their money's worth with 2 great players.
1st and 10, ball on the 16. Fisher diving over tacklers. Down to about the 11-yard line, a gain of 4 or 5 for Fisher.
I tell you, when do you get to the point where this starts to wear on you mentally, the way Millard North has been able to move the football on
I think it already has. I think it already has. You could see it as we saw that shot earlier just a couple, 3 plays ago. Central Eagles, you see it right there. I'm trying to find a number as far as carries go for records. Could not come up with that very quickly, but Sean Fisher up to 43 carries already. Wow.
2nd down 5. Fisher again, he'll take it outside, left side, cuts it back inside, 2 flags, and we're going to have a hold.
I know McCardle had 51 or 52, I believe, in the state finals, but he's rapidly approaching that number. Wow.
Well, that's the one thing this offense does not want is a penalty when you're grinding it out down there near the goal line, and they got one here. Hold called against the Mustangs. That will back them up into a 2nd and long situation.
With all that running, it's hard to believe that that's their first holding penalty of the night.
There's Fisher again.
Oh, there it
is.
You
see right there, yeah. Changed directions. And
outstanding
what
replay
happens
by the guys in the truck. That was spot on.
Big hand of Prater's jersey.
Might have been Kuhn with the hold.
2nd down, 16 now. Let's see what the sophomore Thomas does. Gives it off one more time to Fisher. Goes left side, back inside the 20. That'll bring up a 3rd down and long.
You know, pre-game, Fred Petito, the head coach at Millard North, talked about putting the game in the hands of the offensive line, and truly that is what's happened today. The offensive line just doing the best that they can to make room for Sean Fisher. Because it's Sean Fisher left, Sean Fisher right, Sean Fisher up the middle, and every now and then we'll mix in a different player or 2. But man alive.
3rd down, 13.
What are the odds he gets a touch here, Adrian?
Just not a lot of surprises from this Millard offense right now. Maybe this is one. Thomas drops back, throws out there in the flat, tipped around and knocked down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Couple of Eagles over there in coverage. Devon Taylor and also Shane Prater also in coverage.
Weeks is a great kicker as we take a look at the replay. They tried to hit him on the corner route here. Snuffed out well by the Eagles. Wow, you take a look at Prater's leaping ability.
We just were informed that the record for carries is 54 by McCardle, as you mentioned a moment ago. Yeah, 54 carries. Goodness sakes.
4th down and 13. They will not kick. Tim Week on the bench. They'll go for it.
Interesting play call here when you're not a team that's known for passing. You could get it to within a field goal.
Thomas rolls to his right. Tries to toss it out in the flat. We have a flag in the backfield. Pass goes incomplete.
Connor Thomas just not happy at all with himself on that last play, as we'll wait here for the referee, Kyle DeBuse, to give us the indication. It's a penalty on Millard North. Decline, ball goes over. But Connor Thomas, again, just a little unhappy with his performance on that last play. And Petito is saying, come on, guys, we can still get it.
Well, back to this dilemma here. Your team has had a hard time running the football all night. You're backed up with your back against the wall. They go back to the running game here and try to eat up some more clock.
David, I think this first play maybe tell a lot. Let's see what happens here with the Eagles. They really have been down a little bit here the last 2 series. See what happens on this first play here.
High formation. I'm thinking toss here.
Grigsby in the backfield. And he'll get the ball right into a stout defensive line. One more time for Millard North. Tough defense there. Donahue there to bring him down.
And what you saw was Chris Griffin, the quarterback, just waiting, watching that play clock go down, 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 winding that baby down all the way as far as he could before he took that snap. And they'll try to do that again here. 25-second clock here.
I'll tell you, with the exception of the scramble by Griffin, Central doesn't have a rushing play over 4 yards.
Inside 3.5, final quarter of the Class A state championship game. Grigsby goes out in motion. Griffin will keep on the keeper left side. Spins and enough for a first down, a big first down for the Eagles.
Indeed it is, Larry, a very, very big first down for the Eagles. That'll give them the opportunity now to burn a whole bunch of more time on this clock. They snapped that ball last time with about 5 seconds left on the play clock as another play comes in.
Excellent play call. The first time we've seen the option, and they did it out of the one-back set as they motioned Grigsby out. Well-conceived play.
Mustangs with 2 timeouts left. Central with 2 as well.
I'm going to watch the play clock here. There's 15, 14, 13, 12.
He's in no hurry.
10, 7 seconds left.
Pass to Grigsby. Nice tough running by Ronell Grigsby, a gain of 4 after the 35-yard line, but more now about eating up clock as much as yards.
So you see him with 2 hands on the ball as Millard North raking at it.
I think what you need to do is get somebody in there and say, we snapped it with 7. Let's get it down. Let's run about 4 or 5 more off and get it, squeeze as much as we can out of that clock.
2nd down and 5, ball at the 35, 2 timeouts for Millard North. If they can shut them down here, you'll likely see a timeout out of the Mustangs.
Down to 10.
Quick give, middle. Nothing there for Tillman.
You think they'd use
no timeout yet. Inside 2 minutes now in the Class A state championship game. Let's go down to John.
You know, you guys have been talking, Damon, about running down that play clock. There's an advantage here that there isn't in many other stadiums, and that is you can see the play clock. Right. Usually the play clock's being kept by the official, but the quarterback's able to see the clock. I'm surprised they're not running it down more.
It's an excellent point. It's right in front of him. And here they go again. They'll snap it.
3 seconds on the play clock.
3rd down and 4. A lot of pressure. Griffin dropped in the backfield.
And now they'll call a timeout.
Fred Petito out there quickly to call timeout and stop the clock with 1:28 left.
I think if you're Millard North, you've got to come after this thing. You haven't really been able to set your return game. Central's punter's done a good job of forcing fair catches. I think they've got to roll the dice here and come after this thing.
Big play by Mike Schneider, number 61, in there to bring him down. Well, you can get all the inside information on the Huskers after the Colorado game on Big Red Wrap-Up, Tuesday, November 27th, live at 7. It's a complete review of the game with highlights, analysis, discussion, and also the latest recruiting news with Husker Illustrated's Sean Callahan. Join Adrian Fiala and Kevin Kugler for the next Big Red Wrap-Up, Tuesday, November 27th, right here on NET, Nebraska's home for sports.
Well, Millard North is going to put 10 people up front there. Let's see if they do indeed come after it. Just make sure you do not touch that kicker. You touch that kicker, the ball game's over.
Dan Holst.
High risk, high reward.
Dan Holst will kick it away. Brisson back deep for the Eagles. Low liner, Brisson, fair catch at the 40. So Millard North will have it, 1:22 left. And it'll be up to this drive for Millard North. And they are 61 yards away from taking a lead over Omaha Central. Eagles on top by 5 at 26-21. Good look at Fred Petito. Petito in his 24th year as a head coach at Millard North, going for his 3rd state championship in the last 5 years. Won it in 2003, 2005, and hoping to make those odd years pay off in 2007. First down and 10, ball on the 39. Pierney in motion, pitch, and now we're going to have a throw. He'll go up top, out there and pulled down. Interception, Central, nice pull down by Griffin. Griffin with the pick.
Chris Griffin, a 3-year starter for Omaha Central, and we know him as a quarterback, but he makes perhaps the biggest play of the ball game right there. Gives his team a golden opportunity, fellas.
Might be the proverbial nail in the coffin right there with Millard North with only 1 timeout. Central can salt this thing away, and the best formation in all of football, Adrian, would be the victory formation.
Yep. Timeout, Omaha Central. So the Eagles will call a timeout, talk things over. On top, 26-21 now inside. Well, 1:15 left in the contest. I'll be sure to join us tomorrow morning for the Class C1 state championship game. Kicks off tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. right here at Memorial Stadium as the Pierce Blue Jays take on Bishop Neumann, the Cavaliers. Tim Turman's squad going after yet another state title in the early 2000s. They've won 2 already and back 1 more time. Let's go down to the field to John Bishop.
This has to be, Larry and guys, a very special moment for Jay Ball as he meets with his team right now. The number 43, which is embossed on each one of these purple Omaha Central helmets, is in honor of Jay's dad, Jerry Ball, who was a longtime high school coach all across the state, several different schools, including the former Omaha Tech. That number 43 was the number that Jerry wore when he was at the old Kearney State, now of course known as UNK. He passed away last year during the football season, and I'm sure Jay is thinking of his dad at this moment, his greatest moment as a high school coach.
Great story, John, and I know it meant a lot to Jay Ball that the team decided to wear those number 43 stickers. Jay also wears 43 on his shoes as well, in honor of his father who passed away last year.
You don't see that very often as Millard North reaches across the line of scrimmage before they set the play clock. Maybe see that call once a year.
Right.
Anytime you touch anybody from the opposing team before that referee winds the clock, that's 15 of them.
So as Damon said, it's the victory formation for Omaha Central. They'll take a couple of knees, maybe 3 here. There's the first one by Griffin. And Millard North will take a timeout. Millard North using up its final timeout here in the 4th quarter, down by 5, and now it's just a matter of snapping the ball cleanly and taking a knee, and the Central Eagles on their way to their first state championship since 1984.
It looked like it was going to be Central all the way as this game got underway, but Millard North, now you never ever want to count Fred Petito and Millard North out of any ball game, no matter what happens. And they did indeed come back and made it quite a football game, quite a tough football game. As we'll take a quick look here. Sean Fisher, talk about tough. 44 carries, 198 yards. So it has been a night to keep your interest, no doubt.
Interesting football game. You look at the score, and it seems like Millard North has had the ball for, 3/4 of the game, and yet Central has really been in control of this thing from the start.
You look at time of possession, Millard North actually has had the ball a lot, Damon. 31 minutes in the ball game, whereas Central just 15 minutes in the ball game. That's
what you call that being efficient.
It's top heavy.
Their first 4 possessions, they had 4 touchdowns and have been chased the rest of the way. It's the state title returns back to an Omaha public school.
inside 10 seconds of the play clock, and Millard North will be called once again.
You don't want to get chippy here.
Well, if you like a DVD of this game or any of the NSAA football or volleyball championship games, you can log on to netnebraska.org and click on Shop NET or call 1-800-868-1868. It's a lasting memory for years to come. NET is Nebraska's home for sports. I don't think there's any doubt that when you win your first title in more than 2 decades, you'll be grabbing a copy of the DVD. You might be sending several of those Omaha's way.
I tell you, what a season by Coach Ball. He was hired amidst some unreal expectations to restore order in the Metro. Central kind of widely regarded as a team that hadn't really reached their potential over the past few years. He has answered the dinner bell and answered it resoundingly with a state title in 2 years.
And that is happening right now as Central takes it 26-21.
So the time ticks off, and Omaha Central, your state champs, their first state title in more than 2 decades. Congratulations to head coach Jay Ball and the Central Eagles.
Jay Ball congratulating the Millard North group. Is a great show of sportsmanship here.
It's a gutty, resilient effort by a Millard North bunch.
Tough game.
Playing without their best player.
Very tough game.
Very gutty Millard North performance there in that second half to come back and put themselves within striking distance late in the game and in the fourth quarter. So the final, the Eagles knock off the Mustangs in the Class A state title game, 26-21. We'll be back with the medal and trophy presentations in just a moment. NET Sports coverage of the 2007 NSAA Football Championships are brought to you in part by the Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us, together with your local public power utility. By the Nebraska Soybean Board, encouraging the use of renewable biodiesel fuels for a healthier environment. For more information, nebraskasoybeans.org. By Blue Cross Blue Shield of Nebraska, the Blues are good for you. By the Education Quest Foundation, improving access to college through scholarships, grants, and college planning services. And by U.S. Bank, wherever you go, you'll find us. The celebration continues back in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium. The Central Eagles have knocked off Millard North 26-21 in the Class A state championship game. Now time for the medal and trophy presentations, and for that, we go to our public address announcer, Doc Weiniger.
Great ceremony. Thank you. The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. The award presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Control members Dr. Bob Resnicek from Omaha Westside, Ken Hawley from Mitchell, and U.S. Bank representative Dolores Terway. Here are the awards for Class A runner-up Millard North High School. Will head coach Fred Petito and your assistants please come to the sideline stage to present the silver medals to the members of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 1, Tyrone Wade. Number 2, Danny Bailey. Number 3, J.P. Hobson. Number 5, Ben Eggert. Number 6, Corey Perry. Number 7, Nick Fela. Number 8, Kyle Janda. Number 9, Connor Thomas. Number 10, Cam Arnold. Number 11, Blake Brisson. Number 12, Scott Gabler. Number 13, Dustin Bergmeyer. Number 14, Todd Adolph. Number 15, Dan Springer. Number 16, Tyler Armstrong. Number 17, Zach Stoll. Number 18, Nate Bentz. Number 19, David Bailey. Number 20, Dion Jones. Number 21, Jake Bergmeyer. Number 22, Dan Mannion. Number 23, Danny Jones. Number 24, Cole Fisher. Number 25, Drew Moyer. Number 27, Tim Week. Number 28, Jared Donahue. Number 29, Taylor Eakins. Number 30, Pat Maher. Number 31, Reed Korbelik. Number 33, Matt Klein. Number 34, Luke Apkus. Number 35, Logan Kraft. Number 36, Garrett Kepke. Number 37, Stephen Kuhn. Number 38, Brandon Williams. Number 39, Matt Freeman. Number 40, Rob Purdy. Number 41, Jonathan Case. Number 42, Sean Fisher. Number 43, Neil Humphrey. Number 44, Tanner Knox. Number 45, Eric Ringblom. Number 47, Kellen Schmidt. Number 49, Mitch Chitwood. Number 51, Joe Padilla. Number 52, Joe Cookwood. Number 53, Walter Reed. Number 54, Brandon Craig. Number 55, Austin Schwery. Number 56, Jeremy Toy. Number 57, Micah Wolschlager. Number 58, Blake Bokite. Number 59, Jake Marshall. Number 60, Mike Perney. Number 61, Mike Schneider. Number 64, Damon Parker. Number 65, Colin Lundgren. Number 67, Mark Pfeiffer. Number 68, Jordan Helms. Number 69, Ryan Wheeler. Number 71, Connor Orr. Number 72, Ryan Thorson. Number 74, Sam Perry. Number 75, Caleb Martin. Number 76, Nick Norris. Number 78, Mickey Sidoro. Number 79, John Holtz. Number 80, Briar Broyles. Number 84, Ryan Newton. Number 87, Ben Homer. Number 88, Derek Hankins. Number 89, Dylan Turner. Number 90, Jeremy Thorson. Number 91, Jack Thomas. Number 92, Tim Semish. Number 93, Nate Lozier. Number 94, Kyle Erickson. Number 95, Nick Ritter. Number 96, Tony Lonergan. Number 98, Levi Bross. Number 99, Ben Renshaw. And now, here's the 2007 Class A runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Millard North High School.
And congratulations indeed to the Millard North Mustangs, who had a run through the playoffs and a very good one and came up just short tonight. And certainly Fred Petito won't make excuses. He won't play the what-if game, but we can, and you have to wonder if Fela had been here tonight and playing tonight, how much different the game might have been.
Yeah, Larry, I don't think much doubt about that. Nick Fela, according to Fred Petito, you know, the best high school player in competition this year. And when you take that sort of talent out of your lineup, Damon, that's a big, you know, you wanted to see Connor Thomas do well, the young sophomore who replaced him, but man, with just a limited experience, he came in. He did well. I mean, he managed well, like we talked about. But with Fela in there, you have a whole other dimension to your offense.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Central, because Fela wouldn't have been playing any sort of defense tonight, and that was really where Millard North had some problems, especially early on, giving up 4 touchdowns in Central's first 4 possessions. But you know, offensively, they were just hamstrung all night, having to just churn out yards little by little, and it just wasn't to be.
I'd give Fred Petito and his staff credit. They certainly did a nice job on a short week of putting together a game plan that kept them competitive in this game and at least gave them an opportunity late to win a state championship.
They put it on the shoulders of big number 42, and
yeah, you just saw
that
him,
offensive line. He did
saw him right there with the helmet. He's man, what a workhorse he was tonight. Sean Fisher, 44 carries, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Well, time now to celebrate the championship of Omaha Central. Let's go back to Doc Weiniger.
Now to the champions from Omaha Central High School. First, head coach Jay Ball. We have a special award for you. And now, coach, you and your assistants hand out the gold medals to the members of your championship team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 2, Ronell Drixby. Number 3, Terrell Mayhew. Number 4, Sean Prater. Number 6, Robert Bradshaw. Number 7, Shane Prater. Number 8, Jacob Fuse. Number 10, Jabari Tillman. Number 11, Tyler Cross. Number 12, Taj Brewer. Number 14, Daryl Hawkins. Number 15, Chris Griffin. Number 18, Victory Davis. Number 20, Kylan Ross. Number 21, Clifton Roebuck. Number 22, Leandre Ballou. Number 24, Julian Jones. Number 25, Joshua Adams. Number 26, Dylan Jessen. Number 30, Jordan Kellogg. Number 31, Robert Owens. Number 32, Devin Taylor. Number 33, Stephon Washington. Number 35, Dan Holtz. Number 40, Joe Martinez. Number 42, TJ Dunn. Number 44, Richard Harrison. Number 45, Anthony Lee. Number 48, Pat Bird. Number 51, Tony DiStefano. Number 52, Anthony Fielding. Number 54, Jordan Lee. Number 55, Matthew Wooster. Number 60, Colin Robertson. Number 62, Sam Kincaid. Number 63, Kevin Wells. Number 64, Jonathan Butler. Number 66, Foster Crawford. Number 70, Davion Pittman. Number 72, Gary Todd. Number 73, Julius Sanders. Number 76, Ryan Bell. Number 77, Cody Wells. Number 79, Lewis House. Number 80, Rico Mountain. Number 81, Mark Vanek. Number 82, Josiah Goff. Number 84, James Kazoka. Number 85, Kadeem Nielsen. Number 88, Marcus Paul Oliver. Number 90, LaBelle Charles. Number 92, Zach Lyons. Number 98, Ryan Stefan. And now, for these outstanding athletes and their school, here is the 2007 Class A State Football Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Central High School.
And congratulations to the Eagles, the 2007 Class A NSAA champions. And it is now a state basketball title, a state track title, and a state football championship, all currently residing at Omaha Central.
You get momentum going, and that's what happens. And
Yep.
you just have to really congratulate their whole athletic program and their school for a tremendous job thus far on the year, and wish them the best as the school year continues.
I don't think it's any coincidence that a lot of the key cogs in all three sports are the same individuals. So they're on quite a run here, are the Central High Eagles.
Chris Griffin, the quarterback, also guard on that basketball team that has won back-to-back state basketball championships. Of course, Grigsby plays on both teams, and Griffin actually has a decision to make. Is he going to go play college football, or might he go play college basketball? I think football is maybe where his heart is.
I agree. I think
likes
he's
that.
a little bit of a football lane. And
Yeah, the two Prater twins. I think, they're great in track, second in the 400 and 200 and the relays, helping their team to a track championship. So lots of good work by all those Central Eagles.
Well, let's head down sideline with the state champs and John Bishop. John.
Well, as you can expect, these guys are pretty happy down here. Let's talk to Ronell Grigsby, Chris Griffin, Coach Ball, getting ready to grab that trophy and show it off to the entire state. Ronell, speaking of showing off, what did you get on that from the judges on that dive in the end zone?
Personal foul, and Coach Ball kicking me in my butt.
Talk about the touchdown, though. It was a great play.
Oh yeah, Chris threw it perfect like he always been doing the whole year, and I just had to be a player and make the play.
You have scoreboard on your family, don't you?
Yeah. I guess you can say that.
Congratulations, nice effort. Chris, Coach was talking to some of the other media after the game that if you're not All-State, then he doesn't know who should be. Talk about your performance tonight.
We had a lot of opportunities and we took advantage of them, and we came out on top.
Talk about that first touchdown pass. A lot of folks didn't see that one coming that early in the game, but you found him wide open.
We found out it was a good play. The safety I ran over with our receiver, and the tight end was wide open downfield, and luckily I saw him to get him the ball.
Second half got a little tight for you guys. Did you notice anything in the second half? Any worry at all on the team?
We never had any worry. We always preach that defense win championships, and our defense stepped it up in the second half.
So do you feel like an All-State quarterback tonight?
Yes, I do.
Coach,
I think he's an All-State quarterback.
You've been saying it all.
This guy's an All-State running back or free safety. You got two All-Staters right here.
And you've got an All-State team. You've got a championship team. It's a very special moment for this school.
This is a great thing for Central High School. We won it in basketball in 07, and we won it in track, and we talked to the kids in the summer about getting a hat trick, and we got it done. And that's a tribute to our kids. We have some tremendous athletes at this school, and they're not one-sport kids. They go out for multiple sports, and this is about the kids. You don't win things like this without great athletes and kids who believe in what you're doing and are willing to work for it. And these kids are great examples of that.
There was no worry, according to Chris, in the second half, but as you saw Millard North starting to grind away, what did you think was going to have to happen for you to get the stop?
Well, we just had to make plays, and we talked to our kids about you just keep playing. And you just keep playing and you keep playing, and that's what they did. They just kept playing, and we made some plays we had to, and then we got the ball, and we got a couple first downs there, and then Chris made the pick, and then it was just time to get on our knees and run that clock down.
Coach, I have to mention this. You were on the stage before the medal presentation. You lifted the 4-3 up in the air, pointed up to the sky. What would your dad think about this right now?
Oh, he's up there watching us right now, and these guys were pretty close to him, even though he was just with us for 1 year, and he's smiling wide, and those eyes are squinty, and he's as happy as can be.
Just keep that bus on the road on the way home. Congratulations.
Well, I'm not driving. That's a good thing.
All right. Coach, Ronell, Chris Griffin, thanks a lot for joining us. Congratulations to Omaha Central.
Thank you.
Those are some happy guys over on that far sideline. Omaha Central, the state champs, and Jay Ball said all week, he said, we know that Millard North will be able to move the ball on us. We just have to make the plays when we need to make plays, and they did that tonight.
Boy, and they did. They came out right away and surprised everybody right quick and made those plays and got up top very quickly, and great to see that happen. Great to see the enthusiasm that Jay Ball has, and now you know why that Central team plays the way it does, Dave, because he does. He has a lot of charisma and a lot of energy, and it translates right to the ball club.
And he hit the nail on the head. He talked about quality kids that believed in what he's doing, his infectious personality that you alluded to. And on this stage, to see your playmakers, the guys that everybody's talked about all year, be the guys to make plays and get you through this ball game, has to be an outstanding feeling. And there's a lot of proud parents out there for these Central High players.
You bet. Quite a performance tonight by the Central Eagles, winning the state championship over Millard North. Once again, our final score, 26-21. Be sure to be with us tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. for the Class C1 championship. For Adrian Fiala, Damon Benning, I'm Larry Putney, and the entire NET Sports production crew, John Bishop on the field. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good evening from Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. 2 more state championship trophies were handed out here today. Just moments ago, the Class A championship wrapped up, and it features Millard North in the title game for the 5th time in 6 years against Omaha Central, making their first appearance in a final since 1984. First quarter, Central's first possession, they go to the air. Chris Griffin finds Ryan Steffen, and he's wide open over the middle. That's a touchdown for the Eagles. They missed the extra point, and it's 6-0. Millard North's second play from scrimmage, and it's not a good one. Sean Fisher never gets the handoff. Colin Robertson of Central recovers, and the Eagles are back in business. They take advantage. Chris Griffin to Shane Prater. Makes a terrific catch, 24 yards for the touchdown. Again, they missed the conversion. It's 12-0 Central. Second quarter, Central up 20-7. Griffin screens to Ronell Grigsby. He makes a great run. Check this one out. Little move back out to the outside, and then the dive into the end zone for a penalty. Touchdown counts. Central up 26-7 at the half. First play of the fourth quarter now. It's 26-14. Millard North facing 4th and 5 at the Central 23. Sophomore Connor Thomas screens to Sean Fisher, and the Nebraska recruit not only gets the first down, he scores the touchdown. 26-21 Central. The Mustangs get the ball back with 1:23 remaining. Fisher throws the halfback pass. Chris Griffin is there for the interception. And Omaha Central, they win their first state championship in football in 23 years. They're state champions in basketball, track, and now football in 2007 at Central. 26-21, the final.
This one's for Central High. This one's for OPS. This one's for the city of Omaha. Right there, baby. We're number one.
It means a lot. And for us to win 1 in football and 2 in basketball and 1 in track, it's a beginning of a dynasty. It's a beginning of a dynasty.
Central finishes the season 11-2 with the state championship. Millard North 10-3, and the runners-up in Class A. Well, this morning, Wakefield finished their second.
From inside the Channel 6 Sports Machine, here's tonight's Friday Night Fever with Dave Weber.
Hi again, everybody. Another great season of Friday Night Fevers wraps up tonight, and what a way to end it with tonight's Metro matchup for the Class A football state championship. Millard North and Central High School, Memorial Stadium, Lincoln. It don't get no better than that. Until we bring in Ross Stjernstrom. Ross is live from Lincoln. Rossi, how'd it go?
Dave, this was one for the ages. Just a great game. The 23-year wait for Central High School is over. They are the state champions, and they did it all in the first half. Let's take a look at the highlights. On the third play of the game, Central's Chris Griffin finds Ryan Steffen wide open over the middle for a 66-yard touchdown. Griffin passed for 206 yards, all in the first half. Central led 6-0. Later in the first quarter, Griffin passes to Shane Prater who makes a great catch down near the goal line. Central now led 12-0. But Millard North answered with a 15-play, 76-yard drive, capped off by a Sean Fisher touchdown. The Mustangs trailed 12-7. Then Central came right back. Griffin scrambles loose, runs up the middle. He goes 31 yards until he is chased down at the 38-yard line of Millard North. Central drives down to the 1, where Ronell Grigsby scores a touchdown. The Eagles added a 2-point conversion to go up 20-7. Then, with about 4 minutes left in the half, Griffin tossed a screen pass to Grigsby, and he goes down the sidelines 49 yards for a touchdown. And watch him flip over the goal line. He was flagged on that play. Central led 26-7 at the half. Then in the third quarter, Millard North drove 81 yards, capped up by Fisher's second touchdown. He finished with 198 yards. But Fisher wasn't done. Check out this pass by the Nebraska recruit. He goes 23 yards, fights his way into the end zone. The Mustangs now trailed 26-21. Then, with about a minute and a half left, Fisher takes a pitch out and passes downfield, but Chris Griffin is there with the interception to seal the win for Central. The Eagles hold on for a 26-21 victory. After the game, I talked with Central coach Jay Ball about winning the state title.
It don't get a whole lot sweeter than this. We're number 1, baby. And no one can take that from us. We earned it. We are number 1.
Talk about that first half. What was the difference?
Well, we took advantage of some opportunities. We made some big plays. Our playmakers made plays. Second half, Chris made a play at the end there on the pick. So if that kid ain't all state, then something ain't right.
Talk about the first state championship since 1984. How sweet is it?
Oh, it feels great. You know, we always had this dream on our mind for a long time, and it's been our goal since the beginning of the season. It's just great to accomplish it.
We just had to bring the pain. If we hit them, they was gonna fold. And you see they stretched the whole quarter out by running, and they tried to wear our defense out, but our defense didn't give up, and we just came back and with aggressiveness and it kept hitting.
What a celebration for Central. They finished the season with a record of 11-2. And Dave, what a year this has been for the Eagles. They win the state basketball, state track, and now the state football. 2007, a year to remember for the Eagles.
Great play by the Eagles, but a great effort coming back by Millard North, too, Ross.
Oh, and
Super.
Sean Fisher, one of the great games in the history of the finals by him.
He's going to be a great college player. Thanks, Rossi.
You bet.
Let's move on now to the Iowa Class 1A.
Now for our Heartland Prep close-up. The high school football season wrapped up this weekend with the state finals. This was a special year in Class A, where Omaha Central won their first state title since 1984. 2007 has been a championship year for Central High School. The Eagles added the Class A football title to their trophy case with a 26-21 victory over Millard North. Central was led by quarterback Chris Griffin, who passed for 3 touchdowns and 206 yards in the first half to put the Eagles in the lead for good.
Oh, yeah, you know, we just came out harder than the other team, and, you know, we got off to a good start, and we kept our good lead, and that helped us later down the line.
He's made plays tonight. You know, he was, I think, 3 touchdown passes, and you know, we expect that from Chris. He's a third-year starter. He's a great athlete, and, you know, this is our kids just did it tonight. Our kids did it. I just can't give enough credit to our kids and our coaching staff.
The longest play of the game was this 66-yard pass from Griffin to his tight end Ryan Steffen in the first quarter.
I seen that they kept leaving the middle open a lot. You know, they wasn't really defending the deep ball a lot, so we took advantage of it.
Griffin did more than just throw the ball. He sealed the game on defense in the final minutes when he intercepted this pass by Sean Fisher.
You know, we just did a good job at reading our keys, staying back. We knew that a trick play was going to come sooner or later, and I just played back and went up and got the ball.
And Chris made a play at the end there on the pick, so if that kid ain't all state, then something ain't right.
Earlier this year, Central won the state basketball and track titles. Now they can claim they have the best football team, too.
Oh, it feels great. You know, we always had this dream on our mind for a long time, and it's been our goal since the beginning of the season. It's just great to accomplish it.
Central finished the season with a record of 11-2. So let's take a look at the final Channel 6 football ratings with our Heartland Top 10. At number 1 is Central, then comes Millard North, Millard West, Kearney, and Millard South. Now, in the second 5, it's Bellevue West, Grand Island, Creighton Prep, West Side, and the Class B state champion Crete. And also congratulations to Council Bluffs St. Albert on their state title in Iowa. The Creighton